There's the season opener, and then the home opener, and the district opener. All three big nights in every football season. Tonight it's the district opener. Smithson Valley plays host to the Buffaloes of Clemens High here on the Ranger Network. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Friday Night Football on the Ranger Network. My name's Tony Brubaker, and I'm joined by former Baylor Bear and Washington Redskin Jeff Gandy. And Jeff, we've got a game tonight that should be as good as any game in the area because these are two teams vying for the District 26 6A title, and this is their first game to do that.
Absolutely. We just got through the last 3 weeks and out of district play. Now it's phase 2 of the season starts, and you got to get off on a strong start on the first game. And there's not a better game here in the San Antonio area than what we have here tonight. Two teams coming in 2-1, same record. You look at the amount of points that they can put on the board. 37 points by Clemens, they're averaging per game, 36 by Smithson Valley. We're going to see a lot of fireworks by the offense and a lot of tough defenses as well. Both teams need to run the ball tonight, and with this win, they'll struggle throwing it very long. Both defenses will then be challenged to stop the run. Smithson Valley has the ability and has shown the ability to do that this season. Clemens runs to the wall as well as any defense we'll see this year. Absolutely. And I think you just took one of the keys to success for the Rangers tonight. They're going to have to grind the football out and be able to run the football effectively. In order for them to do that, Tony, the offensive line for the Rangers have got to get to the second level and get a pad on those linebackers for the Clemens Buffaloes. Those linebackers are nothing more than glorified safeties at the second level. They're very athletic, they're fast, they like to hit, they flow to the football sideline to sideline. So if you don't get a pad on them, they're going to make a lot of tackles. So it's a key to be able to run the football effectively for Smithson Valley. Get to those linebackers. Last year, the starting quarterback for the Buffaloes, Max DiDomenico, was the difference maker, making his first career start as a sophomore. He had several big runs, including a 70-yard, one-play touchdown drive that made a difference in a 19-13 win for Clemens a year ago. The Buffaloes have won 2 in a row and 3 of the last 4. The Rangers need to put a halt to that tonight. It is the Rangers and the Buffaloes here on the Ranger Network, back after this timeout.
Fisher's Neighborhood Market is teaming up with the Smithson Valley Rangers. When you stop to gas up, look for the Ranger Spirit Pump. A portion of sales from this pump will be donated directly to the SV Athletic Booster Club to help out our Rangers. So choose the one that's Ranger Blue and fill up. Fisher's Neighborhood Market is proud to sponsor the Smithson Valley Rangers.
Matt, we are excited to hear what you have come up with for the new Sage Capital Bank jingle.
You are going to love it. We think it really embodies Sage Capital Bank. Emotes class, tradition, effort. Well, just give it a listen.
Man, that's really got spirit, but isn't that
Awesome.
That's the Smith.
Best song ever.
Well, yes, it is.
Yes, nailed it. Guys, we have got ourselves a jingle. Let's do it again.
Sage Capital Bank is proud to support the Smithson Valley Rangers, and you can bank on that.
When the restaurant is on the brink,
we have a serious problem.
and the owners are at the end of their rope,
This is all I have.
they call me to do the impossible.
I need Robert's help.
We're not only changing restaurants, we're changing lives.
Oh my God!
All new Restaurant Impossible, Saturday night at 9 on Food Network.
Watch Food Network, GVTC, Channel 563.
Back at Ranger Stadium, Jeff Gandy along with Tony Brubaker, and we're glad to be with you on a beautiful Friday night. Weather that couldn't be any better except for almost a hurricane-force wind that seems to be kicking up every once in a while. But the flags are enduring, and so will we. The Rangers, who won the toss, decided to defer, as you should, and they will kick off
With the wind.
with the wind at their back. And a boot. The wind will carry it toward the end zone, and that's where it will be downed. Joaquin Rodriguez with the kickoff. Thigpen fielded in the end zone, and the Buffaloes will start 1st and 10 from their 20 or the 25?
25.
From their 25.
Quarterback of the Buffaloes tonight, number 2.
And we're sure of that, right?
Yeah.
Let's
drop this thing off.
2 weeks ago, we were at home as the Rangers played Pflugerville-Hendrickson, and our officiating crew didn't know which way was up most of the night, but that's okay. We have a good crew here tonight. So, 1st and 10 from their own 25. The Buffs send 3 receivers to the right and a blocker in front of a running back to the right. They'll hand it off left. And whistles before anything else. Amari Williams would have been the ball carrier, but whistle stopped the play. Delay of game. So instead of 1st and 10, it'll be 1st and 15 from their own 20.
Well, they just kind of nonchalantly ran out to the field and they huddled, made the call, and just kind of nonchalantly got to the line of scrimmage, ran out of time. Penalty to start the game.
Play clock is froze on 22, so it's not even moving as they same formation. And the Rangers are going to have to send, is that Trey Witcher has to come out?
Yes.
An equipment issue. What on earth? So James Deerduff comes in for Witcher for this first play. Don't know what's wrong with Trey's equipment, but the official picked him out and sent him off. So 1st and 15. It is DiDomenico who faked the handoff to Williams and goes left and gets near first down yardage, a gain of about 14 out to the 34 before he's brought down by a couple of defenders. And Senny Williams among those at the bottom of the pile, but DiDomenico ran for a lot of yards before he was even touched, Jeff.
Yeah. Well, faking the dive to Williams, and Domenico, he just keeps it, pulls the ball out, and follows his lead blocker. They had more blockers to the line of scrimmage than there were defenders. He was up to make 9 yards on the play.
Okay, 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. And we have another whistle. Looks like the head coach, James Johnston, is unhappy with something. Rangers now, did they lose somebody else to equipment? Looks like Betsy is pulled now. Frash was pulled off the field. I don't know what's going on here tonight, but they're sending some players. Witcher came back after that first play. So it's 2nd down and 2 from the 34. We'll have our second official play here. What seems like we've been going for about 5 minutes. DiDomenico in the shotgun. 2 receivers right, fakes it to Williams, keeps it himself, runs left side. Gets first down yardage before he's pushed out of bounds, but not until he gets up near the 40-yard line. Good for a first down, shoved out of bounds by Jalen Nutt, and the Buffs have 1st and 10.
Well, we're going to see a lot of this probably tonight. It's just an RPO read for DiDomenico. When he sees that there's more blockers on the side of the ball that he wants to run to than defenders, he's going to pull the ball, use the running back as a lead block, and then follow him behind it. 2 plays, 2 same plays on the left side. Now for a first down.
Seemed to me in the past they've been more hurry up than they are right here. Seems like they're very methodical here in the opening possession. 2 receivers to the left. DiDomenico wants to throw out to the left, completes a ball out on the side, and gets about 5 yards before shoved out of bounds. I believe that was Thigpen who caught the ball and gets a gain of 4, so it's 2nd down and 6.
We may see that matchup between Thigpen and Jalen Nutt all night long. Nutt was that time one-on-one with Thigpen. It was just a 5-yard out, and again, Domenico was right on the money.
3 receivers to the right, a single setback. DiDomenico rolls, looks for a receiver over the middle. It's tipped through the hands of Edwards, almost picked off, as that was Mason Livingston who had a shot at it but just fell a little bit short.
And that's something we're going to see a lot tonight as well. It's a rollout to Domenico's right side. And the reason why you ought to do that is because he is a runner. If nothing's open, he'll just pull the ball and run around the end because he's away from the interior line. So it's a well-designed play to someone who has very good at rollout passing. He's very accurate when he throws to his right.
So 3rd and 6 from the 44. DiDomenico, 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Ranger defense would like to have a good stop here. He wants to throw, straight drop back. Now he's scrambling. Gets his shirt tugged, then goes around, and then gets tackled. A great open field tackle by Padilla, who had him in the open field after someone tugged on his jersey. He brought him down with a wrap-up tackle for no gain, and the Rangers force a punt.
That's exactly what the Rangers need to do is get a it wasn't a 4, it wasn't a 3 and out, but they stopped them on their first drive. Now they'll get some decent field position and put it in their offensive hands.
And this is the linebacker, middle linebacker, or outside linebacker. Jackson Macias is also the punter, I think. Is that right? That doesn't look like him.
I don't think so.
High snap. The punt is off. It's high. Looks like it gets held up by the wind a little bit. And Mason Livingston fair catches it at the Ranger 27. So the Rangers will start over 1st and 10 from their own 27 after a punt that traveled, about 29 yards with no return.
You know, that's a good start for the Ranger defense. Stopping this high-powered Clemens offense, who basically they score a lot of points every game off of explosive plays. You take away the explosive play, let them earn every yard. They held them, punt, now the offense is back on the field.
I think that was Macias who punted, by the way, because he's out there at linebacker.
Okay.
So Gombert brings his offense out, a tight formation. Both receivers, one on either side, are tight, and 2 H-backs on either side of the tackle. Straight up the middle, Fortone will get a yard, maybe 2, as he falls forward to the 28, and then there's a flag at the end, maybe a face mask penalty. So the Rangers will get 1 yard on the carry, and then the flag, so we'll wait and see what happens. From the 27, again, Fortone was the carrier.
I don't know who it was, but it might have been Bennett, the linebacker, Ken Bennett. He was trying to strip at the ball, and again, in our pregame, we knew that the Clemens Buffaloes defense is very opportunistic. They will strip the ball, go after the ball. They come in tonight's game with already 10 turnovers on the defense. That's over 3 per game. So they're very opportunistic, and they're going to strip at the ball at every chance they can. It looked like that time Bennett was trying to strip the ball from Fortone, but he got a little bit of a face mask.
So the penalty is 15 yards out to the 43. 1st and 10 for the Rangers. Again, a tight formation. Gombert hands it off coming this way. It's Eggleston. Not much room as the defense will huddle their way over to the edge and push him out of bounds with no gain, maybe a loss of a couple of yards. Looked like Keelan Bennett was the main person who pushed him out, and now a Rangers down on the field.
Yeah, very unfortunate to see this. One of the interior linemen for the Rangers, it looks like he's down on the 46-yard line, so we'll wait and see what it looks like here. Very unfortunate.
It is unfortunate. There is a timeout on the field. We'll take it with them as we're back in just a few seconds here on the Ranger Network.
Summerhill Dental, how may I help you? Let me get someone who can help you. There's a phone call for cleaning on line 2.
I'll get Melanie on the phone. Line 2 for you.
Thank you. Hi, this is Melanie. Yes, we do deep cleanings and mouth guards. Of course we do implants. We actually make them here in-house. I can get Dr. Bayless to talk to you about it. Don't forget to point your toe.
Thank you. Summerhill Dental. We are your Smithson Valley dentist.
As we get back to Ranger Stadium, it is Nathan Muchagumba, the junior, 6'3", 280, that's down with an injured, I believe, right leg, knee, ankle, not sure what it is, but he's going to the tent right now. And replacing him is Gerald Van Sickle, a senior at 6'2", 310. So the Rangers, same formation. Gombert fakes it to Edelston, throws a pass out on the right flat. It's completed to Howell down the right sideline, avoids one tackler across midfield into Buffalo territory and pushed out of bounds at the 44, but not until he gets another Ranger first down on a big pass and run.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Gombert had everyone fooled on that little bootleg pass, and Howell just slipped out of the backfield. He was wide open, no linebackers, no safety, no corner was on him. He was able to make the pass, get upfield, make an extra 8 yards for a first down.
So the Rangers come out, send a receiver wide to the right and 2 short to the left. Eggleston's the backfield. He gets the pitch coming left, has a couple of blockers. And he avoids one tackle, and then there's a flag, probably a holding out on the edge. Could have been one of the receivers, not real sure who it was. Chandler Cole was a tight end out there. Other blockers in front of him, but a good gain up to about the 36 or 37, but I think this one's coming back.
Yeah, that was just a simple, quick pitch that time to Fortone. And it looked like that Austin Howell was the lead blocker out there, and it looked like a good block on the perimeter. I don't think they called on him, but maybe one of the interior linemen inside.
Well, the way he reacted, it must have been called on him. So holding is the call. So after a gain of about 3, it's a 10-yard walk-off.
That's not good, and against a good defense like Clemens, you don't want to be so far behind the chains. Now the good news is it's still first down.
First down and 17 from the Ranger 48. Gombert takes the snap. Fortone going right, has a seam, tries to go through one tackler and runs through the middle linebacker Derek Lewis, but he's still brought down after a gain of about 5 up to the 47 of Clemens, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
We see Coach Larry Hill and offensive coordinator Jeff Shin kind of mixing things up. Looked like they were running to the left side the last 3 or 4 running plays. Now they went wide to the right side, and it was open for about 8 yards with Eggleston. So we're going to see a lot of mix and match back and forth, see what's going to start working for the Rangers.
Fortone the lone setback. 3 receivers, 2 right, 1 left. Gombert wants to throw. Short drop. Has a man across the middle. Into traffic he throws. It's knocked down and incomplete. It'll be 3rd down and 12. A couple of linebackers and a safety got a hand on that one for the Buffs.
Yeah, that probably shouldn't have been thrown. Gombert was trying to work it in between the 2 linebackers on a dig route, and that time 21, the outside linebacker Demacia, who already has two fumble scoops for a touchdown. He's a playmaker. He was able to bat the ball down. Probably ill-advised to try to work that ball through there.
Yeah, linebacker Joseph Balusik also in on the play. So the Rangers find themselves 3rd and long, 3rd and 12 or 13 from the Buffalo 47. You'd rather not have to punt, and really don't know if you didn't get 10 of it, you might go for it on 4th and short. But right now Gombert wants to roll to his left, stops, plants, throws over the top, up for it with Cole, but it was knocked away and incomplete. That was the linebacker Balusik who got a hand on it, and the Rangers will be forced to punt.
Yeah, it looked like that Gombert had to throw it a little high to get over the hands of the linebacker, and therefore it kind of sailed, the pass sailed on him a little high. It's also broken up by Chambers, their starting safety. So unfortunately, the Rangers weren't able to capitalize on a good defensive stand on the last series.
Change of field possession should favor the Rangers. Again, punting from the 47. Brooks kick, angles towards the near sideline, and will go out of bounds, but not after a good amount of distance. It's outside the 20 at the 21, so a punt of only 26 yards with the wind at his back. Not real sure what happened there, but that was not a winning way to get field position.
I think you might have not hit that one very clean. I know you don't want number 4 Andrews to really field it cleanly, the punt, because the special teams for Clemens are really good, and you don't want to give him a shot at running that back. But nevertheless, starting at the 21-yard line, now it's time for the Ranger defense to step up again. Hopefully we can get 3 and out.
Might want to force a turnover or 2 tonight. 6:45, almost the midway point of the first quarter, still no score. Kind of a jet sweep fake. DiDomenico keeps it, and he is just carrying defenders up the field. A gain of, what is that, about 6 yards up to the 28-yard line, 7 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 3. All kinds of Rangers in there. Padilla and also Brooks. Livingston was up from his safety spot, but boy, he really carries the run, the defenders.
He's a big kid. I mean, he's 6'1", 190, and he runs like a running back. And again, when this RPO style of offense, the quarterback is a running back that can throw the football too. So that's exactly what Max DiDomenico is.
3 receivers split to the left. They'll hand it off to Williams. Not much. Down on the bottom of the pile. Good work by the defensive line. That is Trey Witcher, who got the biggest part of him. Also down there was Moore, Trey Moore. So the defense holds that possession. A gain of 1 up to the 28. The umpire is just wandering around with the ball. I wish he would put it down.
Spot it down. Yeah, that play didn't have anywhere to go because Witcher got such good penetration.
Do we have a penalty? Did you see a flag?
I didn't.
He got up to the 28, and then it does. We're confused.
The line judge has it marked.
Yeah, it's third down at the 28-yard line. And they're going back 10 yards. Was this 15 yards? Is this a personal foul?
We haven't got a signal yet. Here we go. Unsportsmanlike?
Oh, I don't know.
So it remains second down, second and 17. Yeah.
Right, second and 17 from the
there you go.
14-yard line.
11 personnel. Changed it up.
2 receivers left, 1 to the right. The setback is Williams. DiDomenico, straight drop. Now he wants to run. Fake, kind of a quarterback draw, if you will, and he's still going. Up to the 25 before chased down by Moore, and now another Rangers down on the field. Goodness.
I can't tell who that is. Domenico, I'll tell you, DiDomenico, he is just a horse out there running with the football. And you typically would see that out of a tailback or a fullback, a big body person running the football tough and rough like that. But that is your starting quarterback, and he could take a shot. He's a tough kid.
There is timeout on the field. We'll take it with him. Back after this on the Ranger Network.
Building links between people. Connections are real, finite, tangible experiences, ones you'll never forget. GVTC understands and delivers connections for their customers every day. I'm Luke Gombert, and GVTC has me connected.
Back to Ranger Stadium. It is Darlington Frash, the junior linebacker who played running back a year ago, is tended to out around the 20-yard line as both teams have huddled up with their respective sidelines as the officials, whatever they saw initially, they waved the teams to their sidelines immediately, which basically meant they knew something was serious.
Yeah, it does look a little serious. Both head coaches are on the field. Coach Johnson from Clemens, he's over there as well. And that's good to see, and they're getting the EMS ready to come out. It looks like the lower leg area, but I don't know exactly if it's a knee, the ankle, the shin, the tibia, the fibula. We don't know.
Yeah.
That's very unfortunate. Darlington Frash is such a player, Tony, and like you said, last year playing running back and then stepped up to the plate to be transitioned over to middle linebacker because the need to be more athletic at the linebacker position. So he took that responsibility, took that opportunity, and playing good football too, playing very good football.
So again, as they tend to him, we'll keep it here. Remind you the score is 0-0. There's 5 minutes and 27 seconds to go here in the opening period. It kicked off about 20 minutes ago, and we've barely played 6 minutes of football just because of different odds and ends and penalties and such. So far in the game, 1, 2, 3, 4 penalties. And again, we've barely played 6 minutes of football, which doesn't mean good things if that's what it stays at.
Well, we've had 2 Ranger players come off to the sidelines. You're starting left guard, and now you're starting middle linebacker, and that's just very unfortunate. But part of the game of in a contact sport like football, these injuries are going to happen.
Without a doubt, and they're going to pick him up. It looks like he's hobbling over to the cart. They're going to try to get him off the field that way. He was not picked up fully and carried off. Right. He hobbled, which means it is maybe not as catastrophic as we might originally thought, but in any event, he's not putting a whole lot of weight on one of those legs, and that's probably where the injury is. So as soon as the little, I don't know if it's a Cushman or what it is, gets off the field, we'll be ready to go again, and the Rangers will have to send America Sanders out there, the backup middle linebacker, the 5'7", 180-pound junior, who has 4 tackles on the season, so he has played. Several of the Buffaloes come over and shake Darlington's hand and wish him well as he carts off, and now the whole offensive unit's coming out to be good sports about it. As you expect in this game, it's a fierce battle while the clock is running, and then it's a friendly game when the sidelines happen.
Well, it's a brotherhood. When you play this sport at this level, and you know the commitment and the sacrifice you made at this level, it's a brotherhood. Even though you play on different teams, Tony, you do definitely have respect for the other person, the other player on the other team. And you never want to see someone go down with a serious injury.
So the gain's up to the 25, 3rd and 6. Domenico takes the snap and kind of runs a sweep to the left. Gets hit high and taken down, short of a first down. A nice open field tackle. Oh, it was Tanner Hobeck.
Yeah.
We've seen some big tackles from him for the past couple of years, and that was a great open field tackle.
Well,
on what was 3rd down. So that requires a punt.
How big that tackle was is now it's 4th down and 2, and Clemens is going to punt the football away into the wind. So this is a great opportunity now for the Rangers to get good field position after this punt and take full advantage of this first quarter, having the win at your back.
Again, it's Macias. Back to punt. Snap is good. Kick is off. High, spiraling kick. Gets caught up by the wind, and Livingston calls a fair catch at the 40-yard line, and that's where the Rangers will start 1st and 10 on about a 35-yard punt.
Well, again, the Rangers got pretty good field position for their second offensive series. And the first series, we had a couple setbacks with some penalties and lost yardages. But they mixed it up a little bit, and they had some opportunity to make some really big runs in there.
You had 2 first downs in that drive.
Yeah.
And 2 incompletions that ended it. So, again, tight personnel. Gombert looks. Asking something about the play clock. Well, no, they're sending one of their players off now.
That's Lewis, and it must be a helmet issue that they're seeing.
Well, I thought when Witcher came off and Betsy came off, it was something about their belt almost. Did they have something hanging from their belt they didn't like? Play clock will have to reset. 4:25 to go in the first quarter, still no score. Our umpire wants to move the ball forward 5 yards. And our referee.
And Coach Johnson wants to talk to the referee.
Our referee.
He is fuming.
Our referee didn't say anything. What is called a delay of the game? Wow. I guess they've talked to him enough. Now it's delay of game. Gombert takes a snap, hands it off. Fortone goes up the middle, gets maybe a yard. As their defensive line was all over that one. Didn't really let anybody go forward.
No push that time by the offensive lineman. But again, we're talking about the Clemens defense. I was about to say Clemson because sometimes they look like Clemson out there, but the Clemens defensive front 4 are big guys, and they're senior led, and they have a lot of experience, and they do a good job with gap integrity. They got penetration on the last play, and there was just nowhere for Fortone to go.
68, Kimani Evans was at the bottom of that pile. Now it's 2nd down and about 4 after the 1-yard gain. Kind of a high snap. We get the handoff. That looks like Eggleston, and he'll kind of lean forward with a man hanging on to him. Trying to make the tackle was Bennett, Keon Bennett, who's been in a lot of tackles. They gave him credit up to the 47, so it'll be 3rd down and 3 with a gain. What is that, a gain of 2?
Not 2. Now it's 3rd and 3. You know, the high snap from the center kind of disrupted the flow of that play, and Gombert had to kind of juggle it before he can hand it off, and I think that disrupted the timing.
So 3rd and 3 from the 47. Gombert has 3 receivers out to the right. Fortone is on his right. Fortone fakes the handoff going left, and there's a throw attempt and incomplete as Gombert was hurried by Macias. Out on the flat was Camacho, and the throw and pass did not connect, so it's 4th down.
Well, it worked real well the first series, but the defensive coaches for the Buffaloes must have made some adjustments. That time Derek Lewis had the fullback slipping out in the flat on that bootleg. He had that thing covered. He couldn't even get that pass completed.
Well, and everybody stayed home is really what happened. The outside linebacker stayed home to put pressure. Here's Brooks with a punt. The low rugby-style kick will bounce at the 25 and continue to roll inside the 10, now inside the 5. It'll be downed. Don't stand in the end zone when you touch it. Down near the 1 or 2 yard line. Great punt by Garrett Brooks. Give him a credit of 46 yards on the punt. And the Buffaloes will start from their own 1.
We couldn't ask anything better than that. Didn't have your opponent try to go 99 yards into the end zone, but I think we're going to get a heavy dose of Max DiDomenico, the quarterback. Run left, run right, run up the middle.
2:54 on your first quarter clock. Still no score. 0 all. DiDomenico sends a receiver, now goes up under center and sneaks it, and the defense is right there. He doesn't get much. He'd have been, boy, I don't know, his other runs out on the loose have been more productive than that one was. Is maybe just tried to do something to be sneaky, if you will. Yeah. They'll give him credit up to the 2, so a gain of 1 on first down.
Well, and when your back is right there in the end zone like that, he was in the shotgun formation. He ran up and put his hands under the center and took his quarterback sneak, and he only got a yard out of it. That's good recognition by the interior defensive line for the Rangers.
So now 2nd down and 9. Play clock nears 10 as they break the huddle. One receiver wide right. A couple of tight ends in the formation. Now DiDomenico wants to run. He's loose on the left side. Tries to get outside of containment and get shoved out of bounds about the 5 or 6 yard line. Clemens coaches want a flag for a late hit, but I know they pushed him inside. They just pushed him forcefully.
Yeah. Maybe a little acting, too, by the quarterback. But nevertheless, that's what you're going to see is a lot of Domenico just taking the football and just basically following behind his lead blockers around either left end, D-gap, or right end, D-gap. And it's real simple.
I know
you have more blockers than there are defenders, so you run behind them.
I know we're in the first quarter, but this is a really big play.
Yes.
If you can force a punt on them being pinned inside their 10-yard line, that speaks volume to what your defense can gain as passion to continue playing with. So big stop time as DiDomenico sends a receiver to the right, and he's going to run to the right. Tries to cut back up the middle, breaks a tackle, gets up past the 10. I think he has a first down as he falls down across that 10-yard line.
He got a first down.
Barely. He did. There's Moore and Padilla among those in on the tackle, but it's first down yardage with a gain of about 6.
Well, to your point, Tony, that was a huge down because now the clock keeps running, and the Clemens Buffaloes are playing into the wind. Now they can just run this clock out the first quarter. Yep. They'll change sides and have the wind at their back and look for them to go deep for the big play after that.
Rangers shift their defense around with 2 receivers right and 1 to the left. DiDomenico fakes the handoff and comes to the left. He's met by a safety, and here's a late flag. Not real sure what that would be.
It's from the back judge.
It is, so Ranger defense met DiDomenico right as he got to the edge, so really no gain as the ball spotted at the 11, but there is a flag. See if our referee tonight, well, it looks like it's going to be against the Rangers, if I'm reading the umpire correctly, as he's facing our way. Personal foul against the Rangers. So not just 5, not 10, but 15 yards out to the 26-yard line.
So you let the quarterback get a first down on the first set of series, and the second off a penalty, 2 first downs, and now they're way out. They're not,
Right, they're not in their
own. You lost your field position.
Right, they're not in their end zone anymore. They're out to the 26. So the defense needs a stop on 1st and 10.
Going deep.
DiDomenico, split receivers, hands it off, now fakes the handoff, and then gets chopped down after a gain of about 1 or 2. See where they spot him. At the 26, that'll be no gain.
Padilla was there to make that tackle, Tony. He did a nice job staying at home, making his reads, and just meeting DiDomenico right in the hole. Nice job by Padilla.
So aside from the penalty, the last 2 runs by DiDomenico have been no gains, 2 in a row, which bodes well for the defense if they can keep it up. 2nd down and 10 from the 26.
They're taking their sweet time to run this clock out of the first quarter.
Oh, no doubt. DiDomenico takes the snap, gives this one to Williams. He breaks a couple of tackles, gets into the secondary before he's jolted down. Thomas Zoig among those on the tackle. Amari Williams, the 5'7", 170-pound junior who's run for 154 yards, 5.5 on a carry. Gets a bunch on that one, give him 14 for the first down.
Looks like the Rangers are back in a 2-deep zone, and when DiDomenico sees that, he's going to hand the ball off in that zone read because there's less defenders up there.
So the end of the quarter happens with no score. It is 0-0, 12 minutes in the books. We'll be back with tonight's second quarter after this timeout on the Ranger Network.
Stop at Fisher's Neighborhood Market for anything a Ranger could need. Whether you're heading to work, coming home from school, or just needing a break to grab something tasty, Fisher's Neighborhood Market is your one-stop shop. Fisher's Neighborhood Market is proud to sponsor the Smithson Valley Rangers.
Ranger Stadium, the site of tonight's district opener for Smithson Valley and Samuel Clemens High School. The Buffaloes and the Rangers going toe-to-toe after 12 minutes, no score. Buffaloes have the ball on their own 40, now marching right to left. They've got a 1st and 10 from that 40-yard line. 2 receivers right. DiDomenico fakes the handoff, wants to run, has a man across the middle he's looking for, launches it long and out-throws him. Good run on the play by the junior receiver, Andrew Edwards, but it goes incomplete.
Well, I hate to say it, I called it at the end of the first quarter. When you got the wind at your back, this is what DiDomenico wants to do, is work the middle of the field, particularly when he's in a special kind of package. They were not in 10 personnel. They were in 21 personnel. He likes to work the middle of the field. He had a pocket to throw from. He just missed the target.
He is so elusive. The overall big pass rush up is not as forceful as it would be on a normal quarterback. 2 receivers wide right. Hands it off to Williams. Runs into his own man, then breaks a tackle and leans forward. Finally pushed down by Sanders after he was hit by Betsy. Gave him a gain of 6 up to the 46.
Well, I'll tell you, the Ranger defense needs to pull up, make something happen right now. Because right now it looks like the Buffaloes are having a little bit of momentum with the wind at their back. 3rd down and semi-short. They can do a lot with this play on 3rd down.
They've been able to chew up a lot of clock so far tonight with most of their drives.
They're in no hurry to make that play.
That is correct. So from the 46, it's 3rd down and 4. 2 receivers right. DiDomenico gives it to Williams. No, he pulls it back out. Now he's tracked down and brought down. And then a late flag, and I don't know if we did something extra effort. Betsy's the one who wrapped him up. And I believe they're going to get a 1st down by this penalty, and I don't know what it is.
It's going to be Betsy with a little bit of chatter and a little extracurricular activity, I think, on the tackle. That's real unfortunate because Betsy made a really good play.
Made a great play.
Fighting off the block and then making the play.
And grabbing him by the ankle and not letting go.
But it looked like when he was trying to get up, he was trying to put a little extra force. And the referee was standing right there, unfortunately. You make a great. They're going to
wave it off.
That's good.
Thank goodness. So it'll be 4th down from the 45. Not real sure where they've spotted him, as no one's got a spot down. I guess they have it down at the 46, so it'll be 4th and 4 from their own 46. No gain on the run.
Well, so Johnson's going to go for it. The wind's at your back. No, they're going to punt it.
That was a 9-play drive that started from their own 1-yard line. They got clear out to their 46, and now with the wind at their back, they are going to punt on 4th and 4. Play clock starts now at 20. Macias, the punter. He's also one of their linebackers.
Watch for a fake right here.
Snap is good. Macias with some pressure on him, gets it off. Livingston fields it at about his 17. Up the left sideline, he's got some blocks tripped up as he goes across the 35-yard line. Falls ahead to about, somewhere past the 35. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Rangers with 10:53 to go in the 2nd quarter and still no score.
Livingston feeling that punt on the run and getting a nice block on the perimeter by Blake Bowman on the perimeter, and it was really set up pretty nicely. Nice return, and now the Rangers got good field position to start this second quarter with offense.
Was a 37-yard punt and a return of 22 yards. Up to the 39, 1st and 10. Gomber takes the snap, fakes to Fortone. Actually gave it to Fortone, but there's not much room. We're not getting much surge off the offensive line push. I think they'll give him no gain, and it'll be 2nd down and 10 as about everyone on the defensive front seven was in on that tackle, and Fortone had nowhere to go.
Well, for a good defense is a good offense, and right now the Ranger defense is playing a good job, doing a good job so far in the game to keep Clemens out of the end zone and corralling Domenico. Now the offense needs to step up and get a couple drives going.
Their first drive had a couple of first downs. They haven't had much since. Here's a pass out to the flat. Eggleston with the catch on the near sideline. He's shoved out of bounds short of a first down. They'll spot him out at the 47, which will leave him 2 yards short of a first down. So the 8-yard pass completion sets up 3rd down and 2.
Seeley, that time the senior cornerback on the left-hand side, his responsibility was to force that play back inside. He wasn't able to do that, but at least he made the tackle for a shorter gain than what it could have been.
Eggleston splits wide to the right. Gombert on 3rd and 2. Looks to the sideline. 10 on the play clock. Signs are made. He talks to the offensive line. Play clock goes under 5. Now the snap to Fortone. There's a flag from the back judge. First down run by Fortone as he gets into the secondary all the way up to the 35 before he's brought down. But there is a flag thrown, and we'll have to see what it is. Was there not a flag?
No flag.
Oh. What was thrown then? No, there's a flag thrown because they're picking it up. Well, there was a flag thrown because the side judge on the near sideline went and picked it up by the head linesman.
It might have been just a sideline infraction. So I saw the head referee sideline, yeah.
So sideline warning on the Rangers. So first down on the run. Wow.
That was a big first down run right there.
That was. This is Eggleston. He wiggles left, gets into the secondary, then busts outside. Someone's chasing him and forces him out of bounds near the 20-yard line. Another first down run by Greg Eggleston. So back-to-back double-digit runs, and the Rangers are in business. That one a 14-yarder after an 18-yarder, and the Rangers have 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line of the Buffaloes.
And that's what we've been talking about at the pregame. The Rangers are going to have to grind the football out, get some long runs, and run the football against this front seven. Kind of wear them down, and they'll start to bend a little bit more. Right now, the last 2 plays, there's been gashing holes for the runners. And as a matter of fact, let's make note, Austin Howell, number 44, is back in the game.
45 yards on the drive so far on 4 plays. Gombert takes the snap, gives it to Eggleston, coming right, gets a cut block out in front, gets to the edge, around the corner, inside the 10 before he's shoved out of bounds. A couple of different players hit him. That looked like Taylor and Seeley both got a piece of him, but first down yardage all the way up to the 7-yard line.
I think this is going to come back.
They're going to call that chop block of penalty?
Block, yeah. Yeah, Coach Hill was really upset about that. Good looking play on first down. You get 9 yards out of it.
Well,
and that's going to come back.
Are they calling it a clip, or what are they calling it? Because his head was in front of his legs when he made the contact.
Well, it's a judgment call, because I thought his head was in front too, but he was looking right at Fortone when he made that chop block.
Yeah. Why are they taking the ball to the other side of the field? I am really confused about what that umpire's doing tonight.
I am too. He called it a chop block.
Okay, but why does it go to the other hash mark? Did we ask for that maybe? So a 15-yard penalty after a nice run that's called back.
You've got 1st and goal at the 12-yard line. Now it's 1st on the 36-yard line. That was huge.
1st and 10 from the 16 turns into 1st and whatever that is, 25. So the Rangers have some work to do from the 36 of the Buffaloes. Gombert with a receiver wide left, one tight left, or tight right. Here's Eggleston, tries to wiggle, not much room as the defense is all over that one. A short gain, or no gain, back to the 44-yard line, or 36-yard line, pardon me. So no gain. It's now 2nd down and 25.
Well, and again, now you're going to see the Clemens defense stiffen up a little bit too, as the offense is, now trying to see what's going to work now. We've had some success running the football off tackle, left and right, with lead blockers. We need to start mixing up probably a little pass to the outside.
So 2nd and 25. Gombert. Straight drop, looking to the left. Now tries to scramble and goes nowhere. Gets dropped at the 39. And that is Connor Porter, the senior defensive end. Gets the sack of 3 yards. It's now 3rd and 8?
Yeah, Gumbert was looking for Eggleston on the left-hand side. He was man-to-man with the corner, but he just didn't have enough time to pocket. Really just broke down on him, and Gumbert was just trying to step up and maybe make a couple yards out of it. He just didn't have the fleet feet to be able to get out of
Right. That's not his game. Let's say
no.
That's not his game.
No.
It's all right. Let's make a nice pass and catch here.
There you go.
Gumbert rolls to his left, pivots, has a man across the middle, makes a catch. That looks like Cole. Chandler Cole, the tight end, his second catch of the year, up to the 26-yard line. It'll be 4th down and 15.
Well, into the wind, I think it's a little bit risky to try a field goal. I don't think this is going to work, so they're definitely going to have to go for it. This is about playing a little bit of field position down here, Tony.
Without a doubt. Into the wind. 7 minutes, 10 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Still no score from Ranger Stadium. District opener, 26-6A. Gumbert wants to pass. Across the middle, completed pass. Running for a first down. Not going to make it, though.
It was close.
As the surge is all of a sudden stopped at about the 12. No, and there he goes down. Really doesn't matter if there's a fumble because it was 4th down.
Well, the line judge now, look at where he's spotting the ball. I'd at least ask for a measurement. It's going to be close.
Now they have to get to the 11, and he's standing at the 12.
Is he? Okay.
So it'll be over on downs, but a nice possession there, a nice pass and catch, but it goes awry.
Well, I would not have thought that we would be deep into the second quarter with no score by either team at this point. Were you?
So no, I would not. From their own 12, the Buffaloes start with the wind at their back. Their huddle will come from the sideline with the play clock going under 20. 6:51 to go, second quarter, no score.
They're looking for that one-on-one matchup.
Rock'em Sock'em Robots here at Ranger Stadium. Both teams landing some punches, nobody with a big one yet. Didomenico, the most dangerous player on the field tonight. Drops back, throws a quick out. That is completed and dragged down by a good defensive stop. Thigpen with the catch, their tallest receiver at 6'3" and 175. Wrestled to the ground by Sinney. A gain of 5 up to the 17. It's 2nd down and 5.
Not a whole lot you can do with that when you're playing zone. There's a soft spot by the inside receiver, and Thigpen just does a quick slant. It's an easy passing catch for 5 yards, so it's a good first down play when your back's pretty close to the end zone.
So 2nd and 5 from the 17. Didomenico, 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Wants to look a pass again. Looks left, now wants to go right. And throws it over the top and completed pass. That one is a good-looking job and out of bounds and some late contact.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think this is going to be another late hit or unsportsmanlike out of bounds. Another 15 yards to be tacked on, Tony. I'll tell you.
Trenton Milner, by the way, on the catch. Out to the 28, it looks like. The flag is sitting on the 24. Wait for our referee to signal.
Well, and again, you have Didomenico just rolling out to his right. Whenever he wants to scramble, he's going to go to his right. And he's real effective throwing on the run, and he did it again right then. And he makes it look effortless, and I hope this isn't going to be additional yardage marked off against the Rangers, but it looks like it.
Well, it looks like it's that umpire he's just walking in circles again tonight. Now he was facing like he was going to mark off against Clemens. Now it's 15 yards against the Rangers, all the way out near midfield at the 43-yard line.
You know, Coach Larry Hill's got to be frustrated because that's just giving a good team extra yardage without them earning it. And that's just one thing you just cannot do against a good football team like Clemens. Just penalty after penalty, getting them extra yardage like this.
So 25 yards on the play, out to the 43-yard line. Didomenico wants to throw again. Right side, completed pass. Thigpen, the recipient, knocked down by Nutt. after a gain. And now a late flag comes in, and it's what? That was really late. Trey Witcher is just standing there looking at the official, and the official throws a flag.
That was Garrett Brooks, actually. It looked like that I don't know if there was a little bit of play acting this time by the Clemens player or what, but there's just seems to be a lot of activity, a little chipperness after each play.
They're going to pick up the flag.
Good.
So it's a gain of 5 to the 47. Again, the umpire, or the referee, threw the flag, and Trey Witcher's just kind of standing there making his way back to the huddle, and they throw a flag at his feet, and he turns around and says, what did we do this time? Officials talked about it and pulled it up. Jared Johnston is still livid on the other sideline. He's been mad most of the night. No score. Second down and 4 from the 40. Second down and 6 from the 47 after a gain of 4. DiDomenico, quarterback draw, gets chopped down. Don't hit him later. They'll throw a flag, and he goes down at the 48-yard line, so a gain of 1.
Gain of 1. Padilla came up and made a nice tackle that time on DiDomenico. And again, he's their leading rusher because he sees the whole field. And if he sees a lane, Tony, he's not going to hesitate. He can either throw the football or he's going to tuck it and run. And he's been running with it most of tonight.
Remember, he was a free safety last year before they moved him to quarterback at this game last year.
That's a big free safety.
I bet he is. Third down and 5 from the 48. Pressure on DiDomenico. He gets away, has one man to beat. It's Padilla. He forces him out, gives him time, though. The pass up the field, and it's caught, I believe, near the 30-yard line. Betsy on coverage. Don't know who caught it until they get up off the ground. Looks like a single man. Is that Perez? No, it's Milner, Trenton Milner.
Yeah, Trenton Milner. That was all DiDomenico on that play.
Yeah.
He had pressure. He almost got sacked. And he had another defender chasing him in his face, and he still threw on the run 35 yards to Trenton Milner for a big first down.
So all the way up to the Ranger 30 with under 4 minutes to go here in the second quarter. The first serious offensive threat by the Buffaloes. 1st and 10. They give it to Williams, going right, gets bumped, breaks one tackle, then gets hit again and bounces off of him. Falls forward till he gets maybe 3 yards, but those were as tough a 3 yards as he's had all night.
I think there's a fumble, actually.
And they give it to the Rangers. You're right. The ball went down on the ground. We did not see it in the pile, but the Rangers were talking about it right away, and they'll get the turnover. Coach Johnston is back out on the field, and he's yelling and screaming and pointing. But the Rangers right now have possession of the ball at 3:47 to go in the second quarter from their own 28-yard line.
I don't know who made the hit on Williams. I want to say it might have been Trey Witcher.
I'm thinking it was Witcher,
Witcher. And, I mean, he just laid the wood on him, and he just uncleated him off the ground. And I think that's when the fumble happened. This is the turnover we've been looking for the first half that really helped the Rangers out.
So the first turnover of the game.
Yeah.
Trey Witcher forces a fumble. The Rangers get it. 1st and 10 from their own 28. Here's a run. And not a whole lot of yards as he gets out to the edge. That looks like Gabe Hoskins, the junior running back who's been running some this year along with Fortone and Eggleston. He stays on the field. It looks like a gain of 3 at the 31-yard line.
Fortone was out there as a lead blocker. Did a pretty good job on the corner in that time, Ty Seeley. Seeley was able to force that ball back inside where his inside pursuit was going to catch up.
Hoskins now goes left. Tracked down, and brought down by Bennett. And they're saying another fumble as our official says it's third down.
It's down. Well, that's Bennett again, the outside linebacker, Ken Bennett. He's been all over the place this first half. He's a real active linebacker. And, again, these linebackers for Clemens, they're safeties is what they are.
Yeah.
They're very agile, very athletic, and they're all over the place making plays, and give them credit that time.
You were right. When we ran the sweep with him this way, he had a lead blocker. That side, he didn't have a blocker to cut down that linebacker.
Nope. This is a big third down now because there's two A little over 2 minutes left in the half, and there's plenty of time for Clemens.
3rd down and 10, a pass and catch, caught, a nice job, and then a pop. The catch by Freeland, he is popped and brought down, but not until he got 1st down yardage at the 40-yard line. So a pass and catch for a 1st down for the Rangers, 12 yards on that play.
Yeah, he got popped by Mason Chambers, the big hitter, strong safety, but I'll tell you what, how important that 1st down is. Now Smithson Valley does have to punt it back to Clemens with time left on the clock.
Unless we have an incomplete pass or two,
boy,
or penalties. This is Eggleston, off left tackle, finds a seam, gets a couple of yards before he's knocked down. And I think that was Chambers again who came up and laid the wood on him. And now there's a penalty flag as a couple of players are jawing one another. They've got a player who lost his helmet. Here's the hardest part of all of this. We don't know who's on the field and who's not because they didn't give us a depth chart that had anybody on it.
I tell you, these referees better stay in control.
Yeah,
of this
they
game.
better.
It's getting a little chipper out there.
I thought I saw a flag thrown, but apparently not. A gain of 4 on the run up to the 44.
I think Paqueno, the defensive tackle's helmet came off. So he's off on the sidelines.
Eggleston with some blockers in front of him, going left, cuts inside, gets a 1st down before he's knocked out of bounds. And again, that was Chambers as he kind of leaned forward, popped him and shoved him out of bounds. Eggleston kind of lumbers his way back to the huddle now, starts to jog a little bit. 1st down yardage past midfield at the 49-yard line of the Buffaloes.
Well, now Coach Larry Hill, if he gets another 1st down, depending on this next play, he may think about maybe calling a timeout.
1:10 to go in the 2nd quarter. Play clock under 15. Gombert takes the snap, rolls to his right, looking across the middle. Nothing there. Now he's trying to bide some time. Just throw it away, and he does. Incomplete pass, and will live for 2nd down.
He was looking for Eggleston the whole way, and of course, the Clemens secondary is looking at Eggleston the whole way. So really, he didn't have an option. Gombert did the right thing just to throw it away. Play another play.
Eggleston and Cole were the only two really out in a pattern.
Right. Cole wasn't looking for the ball. I think he was more of a decoy.
Well, their 5 defensive backs had them both covered.
I think, yeah.
2nd down and 10 from the 49. Clock had stopped at 58. Play clock now at 5. Gombert takes the snap. Straight drop back. 3-step drop. Now throws out to the edge. Kind of a bobble, but a catch, I believe, up to the 40-yard line. It'd be a gain of 9.
Now Hill calls timeout. There you go.
Castaneda with the tackle. So a gain of 9. With 49 seconds to go, there's timeout on the field. We'll take it with him. The Rangers in the closing seconds of the 1st quarter. No score on the Ranger net.
You know, getting the Smoky Mo's family pack for lunch really makes me feel like you guys are my brothers.
Yeah.
Really, I don't know if it's the 3 meats or the 3 sides, but Mom got all of our favorites.
Hey, there's no eating in this locker room. Smoky Mo's family pack makes us family, which makes me Super Dad. Hey, you boys go mow the lawn, do the laundry, and wash the dishes while you're at it.
We're back at the Ranger Network. 49 seconds to go, 1st half. No score, Clemens and Smithson Valley. District 26 6A opener. The bands are ready to play, and the players are wanting to get a score. The Rangers with the ball at the Buffalo 40. It is 3rd down and 1. We need to get a 1st down before we do anything else. Straight ahead, Eggleston avoids one tackler, then kicks it outside. Goes to the sideline. He makes it there so that he can't be. Bennett was chasing him, trying to hold him in, but a 1st down at the 35 on a 6-yard run.
And more importantly, he stopped the clock, which is smart.
So 43 seconds to go. 1st and 10 from the 35. Cole comes in. Eggleston goes out. Douglas is in as a receiver. Howell is in. Cole comes out. Eggleston goes back in. We're shuffling players In the NFL, this would be, or college football, this would be a penalty because you didn't have everybody in the huddle or something like that. Thank goodness it's not in high school. Tight formation. Gombert loses the snap. Picks it up off the ground, gets rid of the ball, catches Howell on the right sideline. He needs to get out of bounds. Go out of bounds. And he does. First down yardage past the 25 at the 22-yard line is where it'll be marked. It is a first down, and the clock stops with 34 seconds to go.
Well, I'll tell you what, give Luke Gombert a lot of credit on that. It was a bad snap at his ankles, and it really disrupted the flow of the play. Maybe that helped Howell as he slipped out, because then the defense's eyes get off the receivers and go in the backfield, and it left him wide open.
It also gave him more time to get down the field.
That's right.
Because I believe he was on the other side, so he's coming all the way across. It timed out well. Gombert, 1st and 10 from the 23. They hand it off to Fortone. He'll get up to about the 16, and the timeout is called 17-yard line. A timeout is called after the gain of 5. And the Rangers will talk it over. We'll keep it here on this one with 29 seconds to go. The Rangers calling their second timeout. First timeout.
Second timeout.
Second timeout.
Yep.
So they have one left. The ball will be at the 17-yard line. You are kicking into the wind if we're trying to kick something here, although the wind now down in the far end zone looks like it's more moving from across the field to us than it is straight into his face, but it will be a strong wind nonetheless one way or the other. It's not in his favor.
It would not be an easy kick, field goal by no means. So I think getting another 10 yards, getting a little bit closer on this near hash mark would be more favorable to be able to kick it.
You talked about, and I don't know if we talked about it in the pregame or we talked about before we went on, district opener, you've got some plays you haven't used in your first 3 non-district games.
Right.
Is this a spot maybe you pull out on, 2nd and 5 from the 17? You have a play you haven't shown yet this year that might be able to get you a big play into the end zone, because a touchdown right now would be humongous.
Be humongous, exactly. Well, that's a good point. Maybe to do have a play or two like that, or changing personnel, putting him in a situation with running with the football. We'll have to wait and see.
Tight formation. Play clock at 3. Gombert takes the snap, rolls to his right, looking for someone. He's got Cole. And he tried to throw it. It looked like Freeland. Cole was at about the 12 or 13-yard line. It would have been close to a first down. It goes incomplete.
Well, he was getting a lot of pressure that time by outside linebacker Jackson DeMacias, but Holbeck did a nice job just trying to extend the play as much as he could to wait for one of his receivers to get open, but he just didn't have a whole lot open at that time.
This is the 12th play of the drive. Play clock now at 10. Break the huddle. Game clock at 24 seconds and stopped on 3rd down and 4 after the incomplete pass. Gombert takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Hoskins, rolls to his left, now throws to his right. It's Hoskins, and he misses him. Goodness sakes.
That had touchdown written all over it.
That was no doubt that was a touchdown. If Gabe Hoskins can corral that one in, it went right behind his helmet, it looked like to me almost.
Yeah.
So Gombert just a hair off as Hoskins had slipped out of the backfield after he got the fake on the handoff.
It was well executed. All the execution was spot on, just didn't connect with the pass.
Joaquin Rodriguez in for the field goal try from 34 yards. And it looks like it's going wide left, and it does. So the Rangers' field goal try fails with 13 seconds to go. They'll go back to defense for one possession.
Well, that's disappointing to put all that effort on offense, come down here and just come up without any points at all. But that's the way this game's been played out the first half, Tony. It's just been body blows back and forth like a heavyweight fight.
Indeed.
And they're going after each other, and we'll see if Max has got something else in his sleeve.
Oh, the umpire wants to put the ball on the 20-yard line, but the spot is the 17. I'm not trying to – did they just move the sticks for them?
They did.
They did, because they're going to down it. But somebody check the pay of that umpire tonight, because he doesn't know what he's doing. That's the final play of the first half as Clemens takes a knee on first down, and both teams will now head to the locker room. And we've got halftime at Rangers Stadium. No score. The Rangers and the Buffaloes tied at 0. When's the last time we've seen that? And it's been a long time.
It's been a long time, yep. Especially with two high-caliber offenses tonight, and there's 0 points. I mean, both teams have been in position to score, but haven't been able to, capitalize on it.
Buffaloes have averaged 37 points a game this year. The Rangers 36 points a game, and neither one has scored here in the first half. Halftime festivities are coming up next. We'll have it for you right here on the Ranger Network.
With university admission competition at its peak and demand in the workplace for the best and brightest young talent, the time is now to give our students the edge at Comal ISD. And that edge is Memorial Early College High School. No matter where you reside in Comal ISD, MEX will help accelerate your learning and prepare you for a lifetime of success. You have a choice to make your high school experience fit you and your way of learning. Through a unique relationship with St. Philip's College, you can earn an associate's degree of arts. That's 2 years of college for free while you are still in high school. MEX offers a combination of regular and dual credit courses taught right here by instructors that have master's degrees. Learn in a hands-on collaborative way at MEX. Research, explore, problem solve, and build long-lasting relationships with driven, focused, and great students like yourself. Our campus is unique with many opportunities to get involved in school spirit. Our many clubs, academic UIL, sports, community, and leadership opportunities will have you screaming with eagle pride and soaring to new heights of excellence. Explore your options with Comal ISD. Explore Memorial Early College High School today.
Matt, we are excited to hear what you have come up with for the new Sage Capital Bank jingle.
You are going to love it. We think it really embodies Sage Capital Bank. Emotes class, tradition, effort. Well, just give it a listen.
Man, that's really got spirit, but isn't that
awesome?
That's the Smith.
Best song ever.
Well, yes, it is.
Yes, nailed it. Guys, we have got ourselves a jingle. Let's do it again.
Sage Capital Bank is proud to support the Smithson Valley Rangers, and you can bank on that.
heroes, including Eleanor Rigby, yesterday, got to get you into my life. Solos for the Ranger Band include Amanda Miller, Jonathan Nunez, Josh Robertson, Bradley Barker, Josh Florentino, Thomas Hinojosa, Josiah Mesa, and Alexis Clemens.
Right there. Go ahead.
one. Here we go. Welcome to our NASCAR Race Hub.
From the green flag at Daytona to the checkers of Homestead.
In the car. That close might get you on Race Hub. Under the hood and hanging with the drivers.
A little love fest here. Gordon, Harvick, Canal, and of course the champ.
We've got the drama.
The heck out of the way.
The science.
2 levels of analysis and storytelling for the sport.
NASCAR Race Hub. Weeknights at 6 Eastern on FS1 and the Fox Sports app.
For all of us, it's really important to have our own piece of land. What we're doing here is symbolizing the future of the Browns.
It's really important to have the houses finished before the snow locks us up.
This is going to be a long, hard winter.
An all-new episode of Alaskan Bush People, Sundays at 9 on Discovery.
Watch Discovery, GVTC, Channel 554.
And we're back at Ranger Stadium, about ready to start tonight's second half. First half scoring went like this, and then it was over. 0-0 our score at halftime as neither team reached the end zone. Neither team really did much work in the red zone, to be honest with you. And neither team was able to score. The only real scoring option was a field goal try by the Rangers toward the end of the half, and it went wide left in this howling wind we have out here tonight. But the Rangers will receive the second half kickoff, which should occur any moment now. As everybody, the clock hit 0, guys, about 3 minutes ago, but you know how bands are and officials are, and sometimes you just don't start as quick as you should.
Well, it's a full packed house here on a home side, and the band is part of the entertainment value that you get here when you come to Ranger Stadium. Right?
Without a doubt. Without a doubt, as the band makes its way into the stands right in front of us. So we'll be able to hear them front and center. Well, you know what they did? We elected to kick off. They deferred the wind till the fourth quarter.
So that's why.
Yeah, so they're going to have the wind in the fourth quarter. So they'll kick off into the wind here. Eggleston and Nutt are the deep to receive. Macias will handle the kickoff. High end over end kick fielded by Eggleston. A Nutt, pardon me, at the 16, and he'll scramble ahead to about the 32 before he's tackled and brought down there by Marcellus Castaneda. And we'll see, they'll spot it officially at the 33-yard line. That's where the Rangers will start 1st and 10. And we talked about it the whole first half without a score. Now it's time for somebody to score, and
somebody has to score.
Somebody has to score because
it might as well be the Smithson Valley Rangers this first possession. Let's just go down and score.
Because we're not doing overtime.
Oh, we're not? No, we'll be here if there's overtime.
Gombert sends 2 receivers wide to the right. Fake to Fortone, throw to the edge. Eggleston with a screen, and he'll get about 8 yards before he's dragged down just across the 40. Macias on the tackle.
Well, that was a real good block out there.
Titzman, by the way, made the catch.
Titzman had to block, and he really did a nice job of blocking on the perimeter. And that was good for 9 yards. And that's a good first play to kind of loosen up the defense and get them some momentum.
So 2nd down and 1 from the 42. Again, we started this drive at the 33. We played about 40 seconds. Gombert on 2nd down. Takes the snap. Gives it to Hoskins. Finds a seam. Gets through the line. Into the secondary. Hustles ahead into Buffalo territory all the way up to the 43, where the Rangers will have 1st and 10.
Real nice point of attack that time by Gerald Van Sickle, Colby Sudds, and Brandon Dornick. Taylor Brooks, the center. That center to the left side of the Ranger offensive line did a nice job getting a nice push, man-on-man blocking. And that was a great execution run right there. That's the way to start the second half off right there.
So the big gain. Rangers tight formation. They've run a lot of this tonight. Gombert. Handoff. Fortone coming left. Cuts up in after a block from Eggleston. Stumbles ahead maybe a yard. They'll give him to the 42. So a 1-yard gain brings up 2nd down and 9.
You kind of have to like the attitude of this offense, just going right after this This Clemens Buffalo defensive front seven that's been touted as really good, and they are good. I tell you what, the Rangers are not batting down one bit. They're coming right after them.
So this time, Titzman goes wide right, Eggleston left. 2 backs in the backfield. Bad snap. Finally picked up. Gombert will scramble ahead, tackled by Lewis, and then a flag comes in. There's been a lot of laundry on the floor tonight, and I believe this is against them, and I don't know if they got a face mask or what they might have gotten. But the line judge on the near side, I don't know what they're discussing here.
I think you're right, Tony. I think the hand might have slipped down on the face mask when he was pulling Gombert down on the tackle.
Maybe he was just telling illegal block. No?
It's against Clemens.
Well, that was a bad hand signal then, and they're walking against us.
What in the world? I did not see a thing.
Whoa. Okay, personal foul against the Rangers.
Well, again, once you get momentum, you take 3 steps forward, you take 2 steps back, and now it's 3rd and
long.
25. Penalties have really been hurting the Ranger offense.
Gombert will roll a little bit right and throw it right, intended for Titzman, but he had slipped on his break. Pass goes incomplete, and the Rangers will punt on their first possession of the second half.
Man, that is just really, really unfortunate because the Rangers did a nice job on this first series. Moving the football, running the football, and again, penalties is just really stifling their ability to take control of this football game.
Yeah, 1st and 10 from their 43-yard line. Have a bobbled snap.
That's the 3rd bobble snap or bad snap we've had.
Bad snap, yeah. I mean, in any event, you're shooting yourself in the foot.
Yeah, you
Brooks, rugby-style kick, lands at about the 20. Oh, it's going to roll toward the end zone. May go too far. Oh, and they tried to field it. Goodness sakes.
Why would you do that?
Andrew Edwards run after it as it's rolling toward the end zone. And
did he touch it, though, maybe, in the field?
Maybe he did about the 15. Maybe he touched it or thought he touched it. And
that's why he was coming back to it. Nevertheless, now the Buffaloes have a 1st and 10 on the 25. And
yeah,
after a good start.
At the 20.
At the 20, excuse me. After a good start by the Ranger offense, and again, stifled by penalties. Here we go again. Back and forth to the Clemson Buffaloes. They had a 1st down on the 20-yard line.
So as the Rangers were unsuccessful on their initial offensive possession, 2 minutes and 15 seconds, now it's the Buffaloes. 2 right, 1 left on the receiver set. DiDomenico gives it to Williams, going off left tackle, spins and turns. Gets about 6 or 7 yards before he's popped and brought down.
I'll tell you, Winge runs really hard off tackle. It takes more than one Ranger to get him down. He's small. He's a small kid, but I tell you what, he runs like a big fullback the way he runs low to the ground, head up, knees high, shoulder pads down. It's tough to bring down by one defender.
Garrett Brooks did his best to bring him down, but not until he got 7 yards. So 2nd down and 3 from the 27. DiDomenico ball fake, play action, throws it down the field, intended for but didn't get there. Looked like Caleb Thigpen was the intended receiver, but the ball fell short. He tried to break it off at the end to wait for it, but just couldn't do it. DiDomenico, I don't know if he got bumped or had pressure, but he didn't get much on the throw.
Yeah, DiDomenico did have some pressure from number 99, Trey Moore, coming on. He had a little stunt coming in from his inside tackle position, looping around the end, so he got pressure off the edge. And, Moore was able to get into DiDomenico's face and just to he wasn't able to step into his throw, so it ended up being a bad throw.
DiDomenico on 3rd and 3. Fakes to Williams, then keeps it himself. I think he got stopped, though. Spotted down at the 29. A bunch of Rangers there. Thomas Zoig, I think, is the one who hit him while he tried to jump over the pile. Okay, the line judge has the ball on the 29. The umpire spotted it down almost at the 30, so it is 4th down in inches instead of 4th down in a yard where the line judge spotted it.
Well, and again, Coach Johnson, you're thinking, hey, don't you think you can get 1 yard, but not down here at your own 30-yard line. You don't want to risk it.
So into the wind It'll be Macias trying to punt.
Yeah, the Rangers ought to get pretty good field position after this punt.
Watch for the fake. Is there a timeout?
Is Coach Johnson wanting a measurement? Delay game?
Delay of game. Goodness. I don't understand. I'm thinking they're going to fake it maybe, and they get a delay of game. Not a good kick, fielded on fair catch inside Buffalo territory at their 49-yard line. So the Rangers will start in very good field position at the Buffalo 49, 1st and 10 to go.
Here we go, back and forth, just playing this high, this stiff wind blowing right to left. And whoever has possession of it, you want to capitalize on it. This time, hopefully, the Smithson Valley Ranger offense is really up for the task and getting the end zone. They'd be nice to go ahead and score at this point.
Hey, by the way,
Yeah.
Nathan Muchagemba is back on the field.
That's good to see.
At left guard. He's probably played a whole bunch in this game, but I just noticed he went out there. Gombert with a receiver wide right, 2 short left, pitch to Eggleston, coming left, nothing there. He'll scramble to get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe lost a yard.
That play really didn't have a whole lot to go on. It's had such great inside-out pursuit, and number 12, the Ty Seeley, the cornerback, came up and forced it back into the pursuit.
I mean, I understand on the formation why you'd go that way. You've got 2 receivers out there to block. You've got a lead running back who can get a block, and nobody got much of a block as they ran to the ball quickly like they do.
No. I mean, it's executed the way you set up for, but again, give a little bit of credit to the Buffalo defense. They're just really fast and quick to the ball.
Gombert takes the snap, straight up the middle. Hoskins tries to knife his way through and gets brought down after a short gain to the 40, called the 48, so a gain of 2 after a loss of 1.
Now you're behind the change. It's 3rd and long again, and not a favorable position to be in the way this game's been going back and forth, Tony.
3rd and 9 from their 48. Second offensive possession for the Rangers here in the 3rd quarter. 6:45 to go, 3rd quarter. Still no score, 0-0. Gombert, straight drop, short drop, looks across the middle, throws into a whole crowd of players after Lewis just throws down the intended receiver, which was Cole, after the ball went incomplete. And we've had so many flags tonight, I don't understand how that's not a flag because, well, he didn't catch the ball and you just grab him and throw him down.
Well,
I know that's football, but with what we've seen flags tonight, that made no sense to me.
Well, and Coach, looks like one of the coaches is talking to Gombert on the sideline. You know, you can't stare the receiver down like that.
Brooks's punt, end over end, will head towards the end zone, and it's going to go into the end zone. It went right over the pylon. As he aimed for the far sideline, that ball was inches from pinning them back. But the punt goes into the end zone. They'll have it 1st and 10 from their own 20.
There we go, back and forth by both offenses. Just can't seem to generate something long enough, put any points on the board.
Can't sustain a drive. Yeah.
Exactly.
Rangers had a drive going, their initial one, and then had a penalty stop it after a couple of big gains, had a penalty. DiDomenico, 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Been a similar formation all night long. He'll look, see what's available. Straight drop, he wants to throw. Going long, has a man, defensive back bumps into the receiver. That's Betsy, intended for Milner, and they'll say it goes incomplete.
Well, and again, DiDomenico was going for the long ball on this one. Looks like Milner did have a step on Betsy, but Betsy was able to recuperate, get inside position on the receiver and bat that football down. Great job that time by the cornerback.
Milner, Edwards, Thigpen have been mostly out here. Haven't seen Vicente Perez, who's their 2nd leading receiver, much tonight. Fakes to Williams. Padilla kicks and doesn't get much, up to about the 21. So give him a gain of 1. It'll be 3rd down and 9.
Zoig on the tackle that time. Zoig staying at home, and I think he may be the one that's bird dogging DeDomenico, the quarterback, on this zone read or this RPO read scheme of offense that the Buffaloes run. 3rd and long now.
So 2 receivers go left this time, 1 to the right. They're still in a huddle as the clock goes under 10, now at 5. DeDomenico waits for the snap at 3, 2, 1. Out right on 1, he gets the snap. Great drop back. Somebody's got to get to him. He's scrambling left. Wants to throw. Does it late and hits a receiver. Completed pass to Andrew Edwards, who's spun down by Livingston. But not until a first down catch up to the 37.
Well, DeDomenico had pressure. He was running for his life, running to his left, and he had to basically throw the football 15 yards across his body. And it was just right on the numbers that time to was it Edwards? Edwards, yeah.
16-yard pass play is 1st and 10 now at the 37. 3 receivers right. DeDomenico wants to throw it right in the middle. A nice short pass intended for and caught by Milner. Just short of a first down. They may give him yardage for a first down as they'll spot it all the way up to the 46. Now that's not a first down. It's a yard shy. So 9 yards on the pass and catch. All of a sudden the Buffaloes are on the move.
Yeah, they're mixing it up, run, pass, running, passing deep, passing across the middle, now short hitches. That Rangers are in a soft zone in the back end, so you can just basically pick and choose who you want to throw to.
Looks like we got 3 receivers out this way and only 2 guys covering them. They'll give it to Williams, who'll drag the defender, Trey Witcher, ahead for a first down to the 48-yard line, and that is a first down on a gain of 2.
Yeah, normally you'd say that was a great play by Witcher, and it was. He hit Williams in the backfield, but Williams was able to spin off and make enough for the first down.
So the Ranger defense has given up, bent a little bit all night long, hasn't broken yet, and this is another stop that would be nice to see right here on this set of downs. 1st and 10 from the 48. 3 receivers left, tight end moving left. And somebody moved. Illegal procedure is the flag, and that'll be 5 yards against the Buffaloes.
Well, they definitely had something set up that time, Tony. It looks like DeDomenico was going to roll to his left, trips to the left, motion to the left, to come back to the right. That's how you do it. Fortunately, unfortunately for the Rangers, though, there was illegal procedure, so that call was basically dead.
So 2 receivers go left, 1 to the right. Tight end is on the right. Set back is Williams next to DeDomenico. Play clock at 7. Gets the snap, looks left, now rolls right, gets a block, has some time, scrambles to the sideline, flips it over the top to his tight end, Tovar, who runs into Ranger territory up to the 40-yard line, good enough for a first down. Like
Tovar was basically
Trey
blocking.
Moore was chasing him, by the way.
Yeah, Trey Moore had a chance maybe to get to him, and Tovar was a blocker, but when he saw his quarterback scrambling, he becomes a safety valve.
And there is a penalty flag that might bring this one back. At least the body language of both sets of players indicates it's going back.
That's a break for the defense.
Without a doubt. Our referee tonight. Illegal man downfield. Not surprising in that kind of a scramble.
Yeah. Because normally you would see DeDomenico, he would normally just run the football when he's scrambling like that, but again, he was looking downfield, maybe going for the home run. He's getting such pressure, though, from Trey Richard. Ended up having to dump it off to his escape valve, which was the Tovar.
So instead of a 12-yard pass play for a first down, it's a 10-yard penalty, and it's now 1st and 20 from the 38. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. DeDomenico, straight drop, quick drop, throws it out to the edge to the inside receiver. I think that's Milner again, and that is good for about 3 yards up to the 42.
Tackled by Sanders that time, getting out there on Milner. Nice job.
And again, America Sanders is on the field because Darlington Frash was carted off in the first half with a leg injury. So the Ranger defense trying to knuckle up now. 2nd and long still, 2nd and 16. DeDomenico will do a quarterback draw, but he is tackled in the background. Is that Hobeck and Moore and Brooks? As the Rangers got to him, it was a quarterback draw that went nowhere. In fact, they sniffed it out and sacked him for a big loss.
Huge defensive play that time. Again, Domenico trying to do the quarterback, a quarterback kind of draw, and he just got swarmed by 4 of the interior line defensive linemen of the Rangers. Just a nice job.
He's done it several times tonight. It looked to me in the past that the offensive line just tried to fan everybody wide and give him something in the middle. That time everybody stayed in the middle and was waiting for him. A 5-yard loss brings up 3rd and 21. Motion out of the backfield.
Delay game.
Delay of game.
I really that's a head scratcher. You know, delay game. How many delay games have they had?
Back to the 32.
Well,
it's the 3rd penalty on this drive.
It's 3rd and 26.
7 plays plus 3 penalties. So they've gone to the line of scrimmage 10 times. They started on the 20. Now they're at the 32.
After 10 plays.
On 39, on 3rd and 26. Domenico wants to throw. He has a man on the left sideline who then slides. He gets outside on a scramble and runs out of bounds. His defense was not really giving him a whole lot of time to throw.
No, that was basically a secondary sack right there because Domenico just didn't have anywhere to throw the football. So give credit to the secondary on that one.
So 4th, we maybe got a yard, 4th and 25. Punt unit will come out. Macias will drop back. Ball is spotted on the 33. Punting into the wind, Macias gets the snap, has some pressure, gets it off. Livingston fair catches it at the Ranger 41, and that's where the Rangers will start 1st and 10. As both teams continue to land some punches, but nothing too effective so far. Although the Buffaloes just had a drive of close to 10 plays, including penalties, and didn't really have much to show for it.
No, not
and that's
at all.
A lot of plays to not go anywhere.
Well, both teams are kind of been doing the same thing, Tony. They get a little momentum and they go back because of penalties.
Happened to the Rangers on their first drive. 1:26 left in the 3rd quarter. Still no score. Fortone up the middle. Has a big hole into the secondary. Across midfield. Then hit and knocked down inside the 45-yard line. That is, again, Mason Chambers, the safety, who ends up making the tackle. But not until Fortone crosses midfield with a gain of 17 yards on a 1st down run.
Boy, there's nothing more demeaning to a defense is to have the fullback go right up the middle for 25 yards. That's just like almost getting a punch in the gut. Great play that time.
So from the 42, it's 1st and 10. Rangers on the move. Late seconds of the 3rd quarter, no score in this one. Gombert gives it to Fortone, going left, caught in the backfield. Nowhere to go.
Yeah, they've seen that play a little bit too much here tonight, I think. They sniffed that one out.
And Bennett with the tackle. The Rangers will lose a couple of yards. Let's say a loss of a yard back to the 44.
And again, those quick hitters right up the middle have been more effective than trying to go wide on this team, on this defense that has a lot of speed.
Tight formation for the Rangers. 2 backs in the backfield. Eggleston gets it going right. No, Gombert fakes it. Now he throws it. Howell on the tight end swirl and gets it out of bounds at the 37-yard line, so we get half of it back. It'll be 2nd and about 5 or 6, and here's a late flag thrown by the referee.
There was some activity in the backfield with Porter and one of the Smithson Valley players, but I don't know if there was some words being said to each other or what. I tell you what, that referee's had enough of it.
So the gain was about 6 yards on the pass play.
Johnson, he's just not.
They're going to tack some yards onto it, and I believe he's going 15 for a personal foul. Is that what he called?
Yeah. Well, take advantage now on this opportunity. at the 22-yard line, 9 seconds left in the third quarter, with the wind at your back, punch it in.
Well, the clock will start, so I don't know if they'll get the playoff. Yeah. They'll have to really hurry. But he does. Fortone up the middle, has a seam, bounces out of the crowd, gets across the 15 before he's knocked down by Chambers. That'll be close to a first down, but that'll be the end of the third quarter. Rangers on the move after a run of about 8 yards. It's the end of the third quarter. We are tied 0-0. No one has sniffed the end zone tonight. We're back after this timeout on the Ranger Network.
Summerhill Dental, how may I help you? Let me get someone who can help you. There's a phone call for cleaning on line 2.
I'll get Melanie on the phone. Line 2 for you.
Thank you. Hi, this is Melanie. Yes, we do deep cleanings and mouth guards. Of course we do implants. We actually make them here in-house. I can get Dr. Bayless to talk to you about it. Don't forget to point your toe.
Thank you. Summerhill Dental. We are your Smithson Valley dentist.
Back to Ranger Stadium. 12 minutes of football left, and hopefully someone will score before those 12 minutes expire. It's 0-0 heading to the fourth. The Rangers have a second down and about 2 yards at the 14-yard line. After the 8-yard run, I don't know, is that Fortone that did it? I think it was Fortone. That was a long time ago. Yeah. 2nd and 2 from the 14. Gombert hands it to Fortone, tries to move the pile, tries a second chance, gets nowhere. And then is bull rushed by 4 or 5 different defenders. They spot him back at the 14, so no gain. It'll be 3rd down and 2.
The initial pressure in the backfield was by number 71, Bastillo Paqueno, the defensive tackle for Clemens. Got to give him credit. He did a nice job just getting the push back in the backfield that play didn't have a chance to materialize.
So 3rd and 2. Gombert claps, then looks to the sideline for any adjustments. I don't see a whole lot of new signals. Now a couple of new ones. Play clock at near 5. Gombert will have to hurry. Gets the snap a little bit high. It's Fortone, and he'll wiggle ahead for the first down. Going off left tackle, kind of turned his body sideways with a defender on him. Muchagumba was one of those out leading the way. That is a first down at the 11-yard line. Ranger first down.
We'll give some credit now to number 54, Taylor Brooks, the center, too, who has to lead on that. One of the toughest positions to be in is the center. He's got to snap it, make the call on the line of scrimmage, snap the football, and make a block. And that time he did a nice job.
That's why they're the smart ones. 1st and 10 from the 11. Gombert takes the snap. Hands it off. This is Eggleston. He's got some quickness to the corner. Aiming for the pylon. Touchdown, Rangers! No penalties on the play. The Rangers draw first blood with a 10:35 to go in the fourth quarter. It's 6-0, the extra point to come.
Well, when in doubt, get it to your playmaker. That's Greg Eggleston. With his speed around the right side, he gets inside the pylon for 6 points.
Joaquin Rodriguez into the wind will try for the extra point to make it a 7-0 lead. The Rangers have drawn first blood here in 26-6A district opener. Through the uprights, the extra point is good. Eggleston, an 11-yard touchdown run. And the Rangers go up 7-0. 10:35 left in the game. We're back after this timeout on the Ranger Network.
Building links between people. Connections are real, finite, tangible experiences, ones you'll never forget. GVTC understands and delivers connections for their customers every day. I'm Luke Gombert, and GVTC has me connected.
Back to Ranger Stadium, just talking about what we expect out of Max now as the Clemens Buffaloes will get the ball back with the wind at their back. Last possession, or last couple of possessions, a lot of throws. Yeah. They kind of went away from running. He had one quarterback draw that was sniffed out. Everything else looked to be a pass.
Well, and penalties kind of hurt him, too. They went backwards instead of forwards, but hey, that's okay, too, if you're a Ranger fan like we are.
Without a doubt. So again, 10.5 minutes to go in the game. Rangers draw first blood. They lead it 7-0. Tubas are up in the air. The marching band right in front of us. Football end over end kick will be a little bit short. Fielded at about the 25, and the Rangers coverage team is down in good shape, but still good field position for the Buffaloes, as that is returned by Amari Williams, the tailback, and they'll start from their own 33-yard line.
Well, we'll see what Dedemonico has up his sleeve, because so far this game it's been his show. Whatever he wants to do, I guess, is what we're going to see out here. And I'll tell you, we're going to see it downfield.
He's their offense.
Yeah.
Whether he's running or throwing, he is it.
I'll look for them to go deep down the middle here.
Oh, they moved. The wide receiver moved. The inside receiver on this side.
All right.
They gave it to the fullback. He was tackled by Sanders, but the inside receiver left early, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty.
Well, the play was designed for Dedemonico to get the snap, roll to his left, which he's just as effective rolling to his left, throwing across his body, as he is rolling to his right, throwing with his body. And now they're going to go back 5 more yards, so it's now 1st and 15.
It is 1st and 15 now from the 28-yard line instead of the 33. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right, fullback. Off the left tackle. Fake it to Williams. Dedemonico's looking long. He has a man down the field. Coverage is there with him, and it's overthrown. If anything, every one of his long throws have been overthrown tonight, except for the one in the third quarter that was a little bit short here at the middle field. They haven't connected yet, so another incomplete pass brings up 2nd and 15.
Yeah, Dedemonico did have a lot of time in the backfield. He had a pocket to set his feet to throw it down the field. Again, led him a little bit too much in the middle. Thigpen was running a post route, but it looked like Dedemonico just led him too much to the inside.
2nd and 15 from the 28. Ranger defense needs a stop now that they lead 7-0. Dedemonico wants to pass out to the left flat, intended for and caught by Edwards. Then he tries going up the field and takes a defender with him for a while until he's brought down. Not until, though, he gets near the 40-yard line, just shy of a first down by about 4 yards. They'll spot it at the 39. It'll be 3rd down and 4.
Well, not now. I'll tell you what, it was 2nd or 1st down and 15. Now it's 3rd and short. This is going to be a big down right here on the Buffalo 39-yard line to see if the Rangers can hold them.
So 3rd and a long 4. Dedemonico, 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Wants to throw, has a man in the middle of the field, waves him off, then tries to throw.
Nice.
Good pass breakup. I think that's Livingston, who saw it, read it, and got rid of it.
Great play by the safety, Livingston, just breaking on the ball, batting the ball down. That's what you're looking for. Now it's 4th and 4. And the Buffaloes have to punt the football. That was a great defensive stand by the Rangers.
As you're watching it and I'm watching it, you're thinking, man, maybe we'll go out and grab it and intercept it and run it back. But he made sure that ball wasn't completed, and that's his job.
That was the best defensive stand all night for the Rangers right there.
By help of their penalty, too.
Yeah.
So Macias will punt again with the win from the 39-yard line. The snap is good again. Some pressure. They don't get to him. The high spiraling kick fielded by Livingston at the 21, and he knifes ahead. Gets 9 or 10 yards, and the Rangers will start 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line. Maybe the 31. There is a flag on the play, so we'll keep it here.
Well, let's just hope it's not an illegal block in the back or holding or something like that. Well, it looks like it is against the Rangers, though. That's decent field position starting at the 36. Now they're going to be back like at the 15. Or excuse me, the 25.
40 yards on the punt. Looked like about 9 yards on the return, but they're going to march it back against the Rangers. Illegal block in the back. 10 yards back, so they'll start at the 21 instead of the 31.
Boy, you see that way too often on punt return teams. Just you got to make sure your hands and your hat is in front of the body. If it's even questioned, let them go.
So the good news is it's 1st and 10 from the 21, so no harm, no foul. Your field position isn't as good, but you're not behind the chains with the play a penalty that stops you. So 1st and 10 from the 21. Let's roll out some yards here. 9:22 to go in the game. 7-0 Rangers. Here's Fortone up the middle, has a big seam. He's got a first down over the 30, near the 35, before he runs into and punishes Chambers as he falls forward for a first down at the 33.
Well, give credit to right guard Ryan Benka, 6'1", 250 junior, who pulled on that play and made a nice kick-out block that really opened up the hole that time for Fortone. Nicely done.
You know, they've got several different running schemes, and the ones that have a pulling guard or a pulling lineman had seemed to be clogged up tonight because of the length of time it takes to do that.
Yep.
This time we saw plenty of a big hole for Fortone. 1st and 10 from the 33. Here's Fortone going left, has a seam, cuts back up inside, gets to the middle of the field, and goes across the 40 to the 41 for a gain of about 8. And the Rangers are moving the ball on the ground right now. He spun down, but not until 8 yards on the game.
Beautiful, beautiful. Now you're 2nd and short, and on this play, on this call right now, you can do so many things. In fact, you can go for the home run ball right here on 2nd and short, but you're shaking your head, don't do it.
Get a first down.
Just get a first down, yeah. Eat up the clock.
I'm telling you what, Jeff.
Keep their offense on the bench.
You get 6 or 7 more first downs and you go up 14-0.
It's over.
It's over.
I hear you. I'm just telling you, there's a lot you can do with 2nd and short.
Sure, no, you could. Oh, bad snap. Gombert will try to pick it. Now he won't. He'll fall on it at the 26. So it'll be 3rd down and long. That one was low. He couldn't field it. So a loss on a bad snap.
Boy, you got such momentum going. Now it's 3rd and looks like 15, 16.
17 maybe.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on between Taylor Brooks, the center. And maybe he's having such great pressure at having to make his block that he's not – I don't know. We hadn't seen this before the first 3 games.
Not like this, because it's been multiple times tonight.
Zone.
Gombert gets the snap, rolls to his left, throws it right.
No.
Almost picked off. Chambers had pick 6 all over that one, but he couldn't hold on to it.
Yep.
Pass intended for Cole, but was not thrown in the right place. Chambers gives up a chance for a score by not able to hang on to it.
Well, when you've got 5 dropping deep in their zone, you don't want to throw in the middle of the field like that. It's just interception waiting to happen. So,
rolling right, throwing left. You've got defense all over the place. That was very fortunate for the Rangers to get that one. So Brooks is back to punt. This time, again, he's a kind of punter with his rugby style that really isn't affected as much by the wind. He gets this one off. It's low, and it'll be bouncing, and it takes a sideways bounce and goes out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. So not a bad punt for the Rangers. 46 yards on the punt.
That's okay. Keep injuries free from having to be able to field that punt, Tony, and that really is a good situation right there. That was a 29-yard line.
That was an end of the wind. That was a great punt to get 46 yards and start them inside their own 30. So 7:11 to go. Let's see if the numbers are on our side as they start from their own 29-yard line.
The defense has to rise up and do it again. Right here, right now, the defense has got to make a difference and stop Clemens.
Domenico with one receiver split either way. This is a handoff to Williams up the middle, finds a seam, then gets dragged down. Good tackle from below. That is Padilla, who got the tackle after a gain of about 3 at the 32.
Well, it looks like Clemens is in no hurry either. They're just going to run their style and their scheme.
They have been slow moving all night long. I don't remember. Last I can remember them was Frank Harris just always getting up there and going in a hurry. This year or tonight, they have not been in a hurry.
No sense of urgency at all. Any point in the game.
Domenico fakes it to Williams, drops back, has a man. That is Edwards across the middle, and he overthrew him again. Incomplete pass with 6:32 to go.
Rangers in cover 2 zone, and that time Edwards just split the corner to safety, and Domenico was just trying to hit it right in that soft spot. He was just a little too far again this time for Edwards.
So Edwards, the intended receiver, is incomplete. It is 3rd down and 7 from the 32-yard line. All 3 receivers out on the right now. Edwards gets back to the line.
Trips
to the right. The running back is to the right of Didomenico, who wants to roll to the right, has blocking, not much pressure, has a couple of men. Now they come after him, and he throws it incomplete as he tried to make a tough throw against his body, and it went low. He rolls out of bounds like he was pushed or something, and now asks the referee to make a call, but they don't, and that'll be incomplete in time for them to punt. There is a flag.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you what, he just jumped out of bounds. He threw it, and he didn't get hit late.
Well, he was trying to hit Milner before he went out of bounds, and I tell you what, so much pressure.
Maybe somebody was maybe they were holding.
They're marking it off.
They say roughing the passer. I am telling you what, I need to see a replay because I think he just jumped out of bounds. Oh my, on 3rd and long we get a penalty, and that's first down yardage. Telling you what, Jeff.
Well, no comment on that one. I just you have to look at replay and just to see if it really was validated or not, because it sure looked like from us he was just basically going around on bounds.
And let's look at it. Why do you need to do that if you did it?
Just let him go.
Yeah, I mean he's throwing a tough pass. If he completes it, again trips to the right. They fake it to Williams. He's going to run it himself.
RPO.
Has some room. Right side. Gets across midfield and falls forward. Matt got a first down up to the 43-yard line. It will be a first down on a 10-yard run by Didomenico.
Yeah, faking the veer dive, and just Didomenico just running the RPO, seeing it open around the outside because you've got 3 wide receivers. Everybody's spread out. He's got open daylight to be able to run down 10 yards for a first down.
So from the 43 of the Rangers, Clemens wants to tie this game halfway through the fourth quarter. 5:55 to go in the fourth. It's 7-0 Smithson Valley. Didomenico, straight drop back, has some pressure, tries to scramble, then gets hit and twisted down.
He's still going.
Oh my gosh, he went. Did he fall on top of one of the players? Is that what he did?
Tanner Holbrook had a horse collar on him. I mean, he was dragging him to the ground. How did he get out of that?
I don't know, but he's got a first down up at the 31-yard line, miraculously getting out of that.
Well, give him credit to the young man, Didomenico. He's a strong kid, 6'1", 190, like we said before. But he runs hard.
He does. I mean, he's the best player on the field.
As a quarterback.
So, 1st and 10 from the 31. They'll throw a quick out to the sideline. Coverage is there, but still a gain of about 6 or 7. Up to the 25, I believe, is where they'll spot it. Nutt on the coverage along with somebody who's kind of, it's Padilla.
Yes, Padilla.
He looks like he shook up a little bit, limping a little. So Nutt on the coverage. Padilla got out there to help with the tackle. A gain of 6. It's 2nd down and 4. This is Williams, off right tackle. Near a first down in the 20-yard line. It is a first down. Jackson Sinney helped make the tackle.
Well, now you see the Clemens offense have a little bit quicker click to their play calling. They're wanting to get it in there. Now you see the Ranger defense a little bit winded.
Quicker they score, though. If they do score, then you get more time. But I understand what you're talking about. They feel a little hop in their step, and you're right, the defense is struggling. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Rangers need a stop bad. They lead 7-0. Didomenico takes the snap, gives it to Williams off the left side, gets some blocks, gets 5 yards before he's brought down by Livingston. Up to the 15, a gain of 5.
Real simple, sweet with a lead blocker. Good for 6 yards around the left end that time, and Livingston did a nice job getting off his block to make the tackle in the open field.
It is 2nd down and 5 from the 15. This is the 8th play of the drive that started at their own 29, aided by a 15-yard personal foul penalty. The biggest penalty of the game because that was 3rd and 8 when it happened and it was incomplete. Didomenico, 2nd and 5, takes the snap, fakes it to Williams, has a man left. He's throwing a crossing route and throws it away as the receiver ran into a defender and really had no shot at it. He got caught up in traffic.
Well, that was designed as almost like a rub or a pick play right there, Tony, and it didn't work for him. And basically Didomenico just had to throw it high and incomplete.
So 3rd and 5 from the 15. Ranger defense is really, really needing a big play here.
Huge play right here.
Clock stopped at 3:24 on the incomplete pass.
We got one-on-one with Nutt and Thigpen on the wide side. Watch for a fade or over the shoulder.
3 receivers right. DiDomenico. RPO left. It's Williams. First down inside the 10. Tripped up by Sinney. Not until he gets to the 8. It's a first down on a 7-yard run. So now it's 1st and goal.
All right, look now for in the back in the corner, over the shoulder, fade to Thigpen.
10th play of the drive on 1st and goal from the 8. Clock runs near the 3-minute mark of the game. 7-0. Rangers lead. The only score of the game.
All right, this is also DiDomenico likes to run this as well with lead blockers. He'll take it, just run it right off in the D gap or around the end.
Oh, they pressure him. He's heading for the end zone, left side, tackled and pushed out of bounds. That is a great job by Zoig. So it's 2nd and goal from the 6 on a 2-yard run.
Good play by Zoig, not getting fooled by the fake and the misdirection, and he had DiDomenico dead in his sights. Nice tackle there by the sidelines.
So clock stops on the out of bounds. 2:44 to go. 2nd down and goal from the 6. Rangers lead it 7-0.
All right, look for the quarterback again. He loves to keep the football and run with it when he's down on the goal line.
And they've got it spread out so he has more room. Now he wants to throw. Has a couple of routes toward the end zone. Incomplete. Intended for, I believe that's Thigpen. And I don't know if the ball was a little bit short, but it was a tough catch because it was low.
It's actually Milner.
Okay.
It was a little low, but you know what? A good receiver like Miller could have came out with that football, but thank goodness for the Rangers that it's incomplete.
So Milner, the intended receiver, comes out. They'll bring in another tight end, I believe.
Well, we got a Ranger that's cramping up.
And there with 2:40 to go, the Rangers on 3rd and goal from the 6. Have a timeout on the field. We can't see who it is in the end zone. We'll keep it here now.
Somebody looked like they got a cramp. Well, I reiterate, when you study the films of the Clemens Buffaloes, down here in the goal line, you like to see DiDomenico, he's going to run with the football half the time, or he's going to throw that little fade to Thigpen. So if Thigpen is one-on-one, maybe with Jalen Nutt over there in the corner, look for that. Or maybe it's just DiDomenico hits his call. What their defense gives him is what he's going to do.
And you said that fade several times. They haven't thrown one yet.
They haven't thrown it, but
they've thrown the little in routes.
Yeah, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about over the shoulder, back
I know what you're talking about. Maybe he doesn't like the matchup.
Maybe not. That's what he's going to see. He gets to make the call. He has the option to do what he wants to do.
Oh, it's Livingston. Livingston's been on the field a bunch tonight. He'll have to come out for this one play. So, Blake Bowman likely, and he is the player that goes out. So Livingston, who's cramping up, gets some juice and stuff. So it's 3rd and goal from the 6-yard line. 2 receivers to the right. There's a tailback behind DiDomenico, a tight end left, and a tight end right. Snap comes, roll out right. DiDomenico wants to throw, pass, he gets some pressure. Somebody get to him. He stopped inside the 5-yard line. I don't know if that's Padilla, but it's been Padilla all night.
It looks like it.
The Rangers.
He's on the 2-yard line, right?
Yes, it is. On the 2-yard line, it's 4th and goal. Inside the 2-yard line.
Who do you call on, Tony, in a situation like this?
Well, he's going to run the ball.
Absolutely.
So a gain of, we're going to call it 5 yards. He's at the 1. So 4th down with 2 minutes and the clock runs. Play clock starts at 25. Clock under 2 minutes to go. 1:55 and it's rolling. DiDomenico on 4th and goal from the 1.5-yard line.
Going to the right. It's going to the right.
Tight formation.
He's looking it over. There he goes.
He's going to go right up there. He's going to bust outside and get into the end zone. Oh, there's a flag. There's a flag on the play. We'll have to see what it is. We've had so many tonight, you don't even want to try to guess. I don't think it's a touchdown. The umpire, who's wandered around all night, has the ball going back towards the 2-yard line.
Holding.
Oh, my. The supposed tying touchdown run by DiDomenico is waved off by holding.
And DiDomenico was just on the one knee almost out there. He's exhausted.
He is. So now it's 4th and goal from the 11-yard line. So they gained a half a yard on the penalty.
Try to figure that out.
Oh, my. It's the wandering umpire.
All right, now you got Thigpen one-on-one on Betsy down here.
This
is the mismatch.
You'd have to think he's going to scramble and try to throw, or if he sees a lane run. Play clock at 5. DiDomenico rolls to his left, has 2 receivers out here. One is wide open in the end zone, and it's a touchdown. Why, oh, why? They just X'd the 2 receivers, and the defense didn't stay with him. It's a touchdown for the Buffaloes, and they are an extra point away from tying this one up.
It's well executed. It's the way it's designed is to basically create some chaos in the secondary. Therefore, number 4, Edwards, is wide open in the corner of the end zone. No one around him.
.134 to go in the game. That's how long the Rangers will have. Is there a timeout? Are they going to go for 2? That's the question. Let me just tell you, I don't remember either 15 or 16. Frank Harris. They win the game because he goes for 2 late in the game, and they win. Is DiDomenico going to try to do what Frank Harris did?
Well, here's my question. Do you not think that your team has enough in the tank to tie it up and maybe go into overtime with this group? Or do you feel like this is all you got, so we need to go now?
Or are you thinking they can't stop me?
That's a question for you. That's why they're the coach and we're up here just commenting, right?
That is exactly why. They're the coach.
Well, it's you know what? You got to give them credit. That was a well-executed play. It's designed to do what it did. It's just unfortunate that the Rangers weren't able to pick it off and recognize it and make the coverage. And you thought after that holding penalty, it really was going to disrupt their ability to score, but it didn't.
So after a lengthy timeout, with 1:34 to go in the game, the Buffaloes will come out.
Livingston's back in the game too.
And let me guess if they're going to try for 2, and they are.
Yep.
DiDomenico with a tight formation. 2 receivers to the right. Tight. They're going to roll to the right. He's going to find a man deep in the end zone. There's someone there, and it's batted down, and it's incomplete. And the try for 2 is no good with 1:34 to go.
They did make it. He caught it.
He caught it. Well, goodness. I got to check my eyes.
He caught it.
I thought the ball was spotted away, slapped away.
He threw it tight right in there.
Wow. So the Buffaloes have gone up 8-7. So the try for 2 is good. And the Rangers find themselves down 8-7.
You can almost go back to that late hit out of bounds that gave them the first down. That would have nullified the rest of that drive. That's how huge those penalties are when they're unnecessary.
The touchdown pass came on the 14th play of the drive.
Yep.
71-yard drive in 14 plays. Goodness. So now they'll kick off with the wind at their back, and the Rangers will be going into the wind with 1:30-something to go to try to get a score to win this game. Otherwise, they will not. Buffaloes.
I'll tell you what, both teams have kind of left it all on the field, have they not?
They have.
This has been going back and forth, back and forth. A lot of penalties, a lot of mistakes, but still, both of these teams have been going after each other 100%.
On a game where very little offensive execution was done well most of the night, 2 big plays by Clemens get them a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. 2 huge plays.
Yeah.
The pass to the receiver in the corner of the end zone and then the 2-point conversion. Macias will send the end-over-end kick into the end zone. And without the clock running at all, the Rangers will come out to the 25, 1st and 10.
Well, it's Luke Gomberth and the Ranger offense. We got to see what they can do. You know that this experienced Clemens defense is going to be in prevent, somewhat of a prevent.
Right.
But they're also going to bring pressure. I would probably see that linebacker coming off the edge as well, just to put pressure in the back end. So it's going to be interesting.
First and 10 for the Rangers, 25-yard line.
For the Rangers, send a receiver wide to the right, one tight to the left. The setback is for Tone. Gombert with some time, throws across the middle, has a completed receiver, and he's popped. That is Chambers again. Not until a first down yardage. The clock stops with a first down up to the 37-yard line. So a gain of 12 on the pass play. Up in a hurry, Gombert. Again, short drop, looks out to the flat. There's a flag late down the field. I don't know if there were whistles because everybody stopped. The field judge threw the flag clear back at the 35-yard line of Clemens.
Was the ball, the chain's not set or something, or? Because both teams were set and ready to go. I mean,
well, that's not, I don't know where that's a flag from him.
Again, the referee is just very vague as far as timeout.
So they called a timeout.
Okay. Clemens called a timeout.
So before the play started, he's trying to get the play clock or the game clock reset. 1:26. 1:26 or 1:27. That's fine. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 37. The play didn't happen on the pass to Howell, I believe, out of bounds on the other side.
But she was open too.
And the flag back here, I'm not real sure what that was about. But it is no play because of the second called timeout by the Buffaloes.
So we have 1st and 10 on the 38, 37.
37.
Yeah.
So still lots of time.
Plenty of time. Plenty of time.
Clock stops on first downs to move the chains. They're more methodical in high school than they are in college, so you know that happens. So,
what do?
You got to complete passes, march down the field. Or if you're going to run.
You got to get down about the 20-yard line to get a decent chance at a field goal.
At least. Maybe more, maybe 15.
Into this wind, yeah. It's still gusting.
It is still strong.
Safeties are 20 yards back.
Gombert, short drop. Offensive line protects. Completed pass. It's Titzman up across midfield to the 46, so where he'll be spotted. Clock stops on a first down pass.
Single high safety. They were going to try to keep everything in front of him. That's a cover 4.
Gombert again has time. Now needs to find someone open. Throw it away. Almost picked off. Good job by Howell to knock it away. Not a good decision. 2nd down and 10, 1:08 to go.
When you don't see anything open and you run, then just throw it out of bounds. Stop the clock. Play the next play.
Gombert waits from the sideline. Play clock is running at 20. Game clock stopped at 68 seconds.
Looks like the Clemens Buffaloes are back in single high safety again.
Titzman is wide left.
Playing cover 2.
A couple of receivers here to the right, including Eggleston. Eggleston tries to plant himself. And goodness.
It hit Titzman in the hands. He just dropped it.
Titzman just tried to move before he caught it. 3rd and 10. It's okay. Let's move on. 64 seconds to go. You've got to get a first down.
Get a first down. Keep this momentum going here,
Plenty
guys.
of time. Plenty of time. You've got 2 plays to do it, so you just got to get a first down and move on. Titzman goes left. It's Cole and Eggleston here on the right. Gombert, play clock at 5, takes the snap. Looks left, has to scramble, has some pressure, throws it over the top and throws it. Titzman caught the ball inbounds at about the 12-yard, the 15-yard line. Do they call it a good catch?
Yes.
He does. At the 15-yard line. Oh, no, he calls him out of bounds now. He calls a good catch, and now he calls him out of bounds because the sideline judge.
Sideline judge. He said, "Did you get a look at it?" The sideline judge comes up and says, "Incomplete." Oh.
Goodness.
Gumbert did a nice job escaping being sacked by pressure.
So it's 4th down and 10 with 57 seconds to go. First down's all that matters now. 57 seconds to go. Smithson Valley will take a timeout.
Well, that would have been a heck of a play. That would have been a backbreaker for Clemens right there.
Another one of those you'd love to see the replay because we don't have a great angle on it. And I don't know that he went out and came back in. I don't know. He's right there on the sideline. You'd like to think that the official that's 2 feet away from him makes the right call, and the one that's 30 yards away with the coach in his ear doesn't make the call, but it didn't happen that way.
I think you're pretty accurate with your description there. He caught the ball and went out of bounds. It would have been already in field goal range.
Right.
So run the football a couple times in the middle. Run your field goal team out there, if I can spit it out, and win the game.
Domenico's out on the field on defense, as you'd expect him to be. So 4th down and 10. The ball's at the 47-yard line. Rangers have to get to the 37 for a first down to continue this drive.
2 more timeouts in the pocket of Coach Larry Hill.
8-7. Clemens leads by a point after scoring a touchdown with 2 minutes to go and going for 2 and making it. Rangers will bring the unit back out on the field. Play clock starts at 25. Take your time and execute something.
Yep.
Tietzman, Eggleston go left. Cole is the only receiver to the right. Gombert takes the snap, fakes the handoff, has time, looking, and throws it where no one is. And it's incomplete, and that's the ball game. I don't know if he looked like he was looking for Eggleston, who was running basically the hash line, and he didn't look. And
it looked like Gumbert was expecting Eggleston to break off his route.
It did look like that.
And he didn't. He kept going vertical. Okay, what's the discussion?
I don't know. Our offensive unit looks like they're still staying on the field along with some defenders. Jared Johnson has the back judge and the referee, and now the umpire gets into the scramble.
Well, it's after the play.
There's a flag.
Well, it's got to be after the play, though.
And the football.
Dead ball, unsportsmanlike, yeah. It's after the play.
So the 15-yard penalty will take it back. And again, all they have to do, there's 2 timeouts. Now we could force them to have to punt, I guess. Well, maybe not.
No, they can kneel it down.
Yeah, they can kneel it 3 times. So at the 32, the Rangers bring the defensive unit out, and Clemens will be able to just sit on it and take 3 knees, and that should be the ball game. What a great game tonight. Both teams toe-to-toe all night long.
Yeah.
And they just made one more play than the Rangers did.
You know what? I think the fans got their money's worth tonight.
Domenico's just trying to scramble, and he's going to go run for a touchdown. My goodness.
He pretended to be going out of bounds, and the Rangers just quit on him.
Well, he wasn't.
He wasn't, so he just kept going.
Right, he wasn't going to go out of bounds because he was going to go down, but nobody stepped up to stop him. So you let them score, and now you get the ball back. And
onside kick, maybe if you score quick.
Well, they're going to go for 2, aren't they? They're not going to kick it.
They just spent their last timeout, so
well,
they got to go for 2 here.
You're not going to kick it because we could block it, return it, and get 2 points out of it.
Right.
So you're going to go for 2 because you're still up 7, and we got to make a 2-point conversion if we do score a touchdown.
Well, mathematically, you're right. They got to kick. They have to go for it. all the what ifs that's happened in this crazy game called football, you have to protect against those. This has been a weird game.
Yeah, very.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. You got your money's worth. It was a good, hard-fought game by all kids. All the players on both sides of the field gave it all. To your point, I think you hit the nail on the head. Just Clemens had a couple extra plays that Smithson Valley didn't.
Well, you said it earlier. Both teams left it all out on the field.
They did.
Nobody got shortchanged by effort tonight because, again, they made one more play than you did on the 2-point conversion to give them a chance to go ahead.
And you don't want to point the finger, but it's all stems back to that late hit out of bounds.
Yep.
But you know what? I don't want to do that because both teams had way too many penalties to begin with.
Without a doubt.
In this entire game.
They are going to try to kick it.
Why?
I don't know. Because they don't think you can block it? I don't know. Villegas will come on for the extra point. The snap, the hold, the kick.
That's good.
Is good.
Okay. So Squibb kick it down the middle of the field maybe?
35 seconds to go. They'll have to kick off one more time.
Crazier things have happened.
If they hold on and win, it'll be the third win in a row for the Buffaloes over the Rangers. Rangers will fall to 2-2 and 0-1 in district play. Clemens will go to 3-1 overall and 1-0 in district play.
That's a tough way to start your opener for 26-6A, but we kind of know this going into this district. There's a lot of tough football teams, and they play hard when they play against each other, and we knew tonight was going to be one of these kind of rock fest football games, and we've witnessed another one here tonight.
Other scores, Judson over Steele 44-41 with 3 minutes to go in that one. With 8 minutes to go, it's tied 35-all East Central at San Marcos, and New Braunfels has pulled ahead of Canyon 40-21 with 9 to go in the game. So if Judson hangs on, they'll have control of the district along with Clemens. New Braunfels will also be undefeated in district. East Central and San Marcos, one of them will be. San Marcos 0-3 right now. That'd be a huge win for them to open up in district play.
Oh, sure would be.
Macias will kick off. I would be very surprised if he kicks it long, won't you?
Yeah.
Make them run some clock. Make the Rangers run some clock.
Just squib it down the middle. Yeah, and they got, looks like they had the hands team, but they got the defense out there.
They're offsides. Nutt fields it at the 5. Comes up the far sideline, has a seam, gets twisted out near the 45-yard line before he's brought down.
And I just decline it, take it, go with it. You got 26 seconds, and you got 2 timeouts left.
Is that on them?
It's got to be.
So they're offsides. Is that a post-possession penalty that was just thrown?
Your guess is as good as mine the way this referee crew's been working this game. We know it was offsides here.
We do.
On the kickoff team.
Right.
Okay, you decline that. You want to return, but this other one, I don't know.
Well, yeah, you don't want him to kick it again.
No.
You already lost, 9 seconds on that return, which was a good return by Jalen Nutt.
So if you get a few extra yards out of this, that'll be perfect. And it looks like they might be doing that.
I think he's.
No?
They're going to make him kick it again?
No way.
No.
No.
Oh, it's offsetting. So they're going to have to kick it again.
Oh, my goodness.
How do you have an illegal block in the back when you don't have 35 seconds to do something?
That's just
discipline.
That kills your opportunity right there.
Discipline. Goodness.
Way too many penalties.
Goodness.
Way too many. I don't know about Clemens, if this is normal for them, but I know for Ranger football, growing up and seeing the Ranger football, You would never see this many penalties.
No.
In a game.
And yet we have.
And it's cost you the game.
Why is Jared Johnson out at the hash? What is he doing? And then unsportsmanlike on them post possession. So the alternating, the two penalties offset each other,
right.
Offsetting penalties. But then they got an unsportsmanlike at the end of it, means they'll kick off from the 25.
Okay.
Again, time is your enemy here. You don't have enough time to do another 9-second run back.
Nope. Well, they don't want to kick it to Eggleston, that's for sure. So they'll probably kick it towards number 4, Jalen Nutt. He's a good returner
I'm thinking
too.
If he can push kick it, pop it up in the air and
right down, yep.
Kick it to the 40 or so. We still, the Rangers still got to go 60 yards if they're at the 40. The ball blew off the tee. Imagine that with this win tonight. First time it's happened.
Cannot imagine.
Huh. So Jackson Macias, the senior linebacker who handles kickoffs and punts.
Same thing.
Nutt mishandles the punt or the kickoff. Now he's got a seam up the sideline. If he got one man to beat, goes out of bounds with 18 seconds to go, out past the 40. So you're about right where you were before. You just have 8 seconds less.
Yeah.
So the Rangers have to just get a field goal. So you're guessing 10, 20, 30, 40, at least 40 or 45 yards.
Yep.
DiDomenico will be the single deep safety.
Let me tell you, Nutt had one player to beat. He might have gone all the way on that thing.
Yeah.
God.
That one right there,
so close.
That kind of opened up, didn't it?
It sure did.
Crazy. So Gombert will take the shotgun snap.
He got 12 men on the field. No, he got off.
Gombert throws it and almost intercepted. Looking for Douglas, but threw it a little bit short.
Yeah, Seeley
was
up
there,
yeah.
Knocked it away. Second down, 12 seconds to go.
A little miscommunication tonight between quarterback and receivers on a few crucial pass plays too. That's kind of weird to see this late in the season too.
Yeah, it is. Poise is the word I think we're lacking a little bit of. Just composure. In certain situations, we don't seem to be able to execute because of that.
Get off, get off. That was not going to have any.
Yeah, Luke's pass to Howell was low and really wasn't going to go anywhere anyway. 8 seconds to go. Check down passes really aren't what you need when you're under 15 seconds to go.
But give some credit to Luke in the sense of there's not a whole lot there.
No.
So what are you going to do? I don't think he's got a strong enough arm to really heave it downfield. So.
Play clock at 10, game clock at 8 seconds to go. Could be the last play. Rolls a little bit left, wants to throw it, throws it long down the left sideline. Intended for Eggleston and Tietzman and intercepted by Taylor. They'll try to chase him before he scores a touchdown. The clock has ended, so the game is over.
He wants to score.
And he won't. Howell will bring him down at the 15-yard line, and the Clemens Buffaloes will win this one by the final score of 15-7. And they go to 1-0 in district play. The Rangers fall to 0-1, and they're 2-2 overall, with Canyon up next Friday night. We'll take a timeout, and we'll come back and wrap this one up. The Rangers fall to Clemens. The final score, 15-7.
For all of us, it's really important to have our own piece of land. What we're doing here is symbolizing the future of the Browns.
It's really important to have the houses finished before the snow locks us up.
This is going to be a long, hard winter.
An all-new episode of Alaskan Bush People, Sundays at 9 on Discovery.
Watch Discovery, GVTC, Channel 554.
Back at Ranger Stadium, where the Rangers have fallen to the Buffaloes of Clemens High School, 15-7 in the district opener for both schools. Smithson Valley falls to 2-2 overall and 0-1 in district play. Clemens advances to 3-1 overall and 1-0 in district play as the Buffaloes beat the Rangers 15-7. A lot of things we could talk about, not much scoring, no scoring really until basically the fourth quarter.
Yep.
The Buffaloes answer the Rangers touchdown with the help of a 15-yard penalty on a drive that had stalled, and that's the difference of the game.
It really was the difference in the game. Now, we can't. It's hard to just pinpoint one penalty as the difference, but you know what? There were a lot of penalties or a lot of plays that both teams made. I think, actually, when you look at the Smithson Valley Rangers, the defense I thought played really well against a very high explosive offense of Clemens, especially their quarterback. And when you look at the offense for Smithson Valley, they were able to run the football when they wanted to against a very good and disciplined defense. So you just didn't do a couple of the plays that took the win at the end of the game. That was the difference, 15-7.
Rangers again at Canyon next Friday night. Final score, the Rangers fall to the Buffaloes 15-7. So for everyone with Bowick Productions, this is Tony Brubaker saying good night and God bless.